Hello there. I would like to talk to you about my pool company, Puddle Pools. Puddlepools.com/dumbzone. That's where you can sign up. My pool stays just icy, glimmering, carrots just bouncing off the surface of the pool there, because they come out and they do the best job cleaning my pool I've ever seen anyone do. And I'm not just bullshitting you here. It's a noticeable difference. I had a guy who was doing it before. He was fine, but I did not know that it could be done better. In fact, I think sometimes he probably was kind of not really coming by at all because there was no way to find out. But Puddle Pools, they send you photos. They send you a report. They send you the chemicals list. And they're taking care of everything for you. It's sort of an all-in-one 360 type deal, taking care of the pool with Puddle Pools. It's puddlepools.com/dumbzone.
Puddle pool, it's got water, we can clean it. Puddle pool, if I said it, then I mean it. Puddle pool, I set sail on a dinghy. Puddle pool, wait, I meant to say dingy. Puddlepools.com/dumbzone. Clean, clean, clean.
Hello, it's Monday. It's July 27th. My name is Jake Kim.
I'm Blake Jones.
CK.
And I'm Miguel, your Monday Migo. Welcome to the Dumb Zone.
Is the Dumb Zone. Now, question number one.
Shoot.
Don't you have a biz relationship with Puddle Pools?
Absolutely. I'm a Puddle Pools guy.
Could have pitched in there. I start the show with the one sponsor that I know is definitely doing
the one that we successfully stole from you guys.
We're all loving. We're sharing.
I never know. I never know the live spot in the format. That's why I always go last on the intro thing. You know,
This is your show.
No, it's not. I'm very careful on this show to sit back and let the Dumb Zone do what it does. And
You're in the big chair today.
Our chair.
I know, but just in general. I mean, this whole Friday thing, it's been awesome. I like it, but I kind of don't want to, I'm here for you guys, and I'll throw some grenades in if I can.
I feel you. I think I try to take that approach sometimes and fail. Like, I think, I'm just going to lay back, and then it shows up, and I got like a 70% usage. Like, you just don't even know how to chill.
How did this happen?
So Dan is off out doing family stuff today and tomorrow. He has kids moving all over. She's moving to another internship/job. I can't remember which city, but it's one of the two.
Is he flying this time or driving? Is he driving again?
U-Haul Dan.
Yeah, because he's helping her move.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense.
He's a road warrior.
He sure as hell is.
So he will be gone today and tomorrow's shows. So Roy will be here today. I don't know what's happening tomorrow, but it'll be something very exciting.
I don't know either.
Very exciting. Well, I'm kind of counting on you to give me some information.
I'll try.
It won't be Mike.
I'll try to.
But it might be someone with the same last name.
Provide some warm blood. The other Cirque members are in the building tomorrow. I'll promote that on Steve Noviello's The 10.
If they're on the 10, that's Steve's show, yes.
Yeah, they're on the 10 tomorrow, which...
Cooking some pastries?
I assume it's at 10 a.m. You know what? The reason they're on, I mean, any pub we can get or promotional is certainly good, but it was agreed to on I guess I haven't told you guys, and I won't share it here, but we're doing a big thing. The Cirque is doing like a big kind of event, but not really an event. It's an event that'll start very soon and last kind of till the end of the year. Maybe a challenge.
And they're going to announce it tomorrow on television?
Yeah. We wanted to get some pub for it. So we're announcing it like tonight or tomorrow night on the show, but this thing got scheduled before that, so they're going to kind of do it there, and then we'll get into it on Tuesday night, live on YouTube and Twitter.
I love big ideas.
I think you'll really like this one. Like, I'm super excited about this one. This is right up Sirois Industries Alley.
I love it.
An opportunity where listeners and supporters can partake, be a part of this thing, and maybe win big.
Mike's normal show, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. on YouTube and wherever you find your podcasts after that. The 10, yeah, I did Lauren Prisbill's The Post the other day. There's an Empire.
Oh, I saw that. Is that the pitching?
Because they've got Fox Local, and people watch that. There's a lot going on. Yeah, it's there's shows that they do original content on there. They put a lot into it, and yeah, I mean, I don't want to be doing that, but I need to get the show in front of people, and
that was about
just say
throwing the first pitch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched that whole thing. It was great.
It's fun. It's not. It's nerve wracking. I walk into it. I walk out. I don't know.
What the hell just happened?
Good,
dude. When we talked to them, all three of us were going to go. Me, Cash, and Danny. We're like, cool. This would be good for us. Whatever. And then we were trading emails with the producer, and I thought it was like the night show. You know, the Noviello thing where you're there the whole time and you're
Last
doing
call.
Noviel yes and Noviel no, and they got all these. You put your socks on first, whatever. I'm like, we can do all that. And then we traded emails, and she finally emailed back. I'm like, what time we're going to be on? Because I'm trying to figure out, you know, how we can maybe work it with being here as well with you guys at 11:30. And finally, she got back. She's like, you'll be on at like 10:35 for about a 4-minute segment. Fine. I mean, who the hell are we to say? I'm like, we don't need three of us for 4 minutes. And because I don't love TV, I was like, why don't you guys do this? So Cash and Danny are doing it, but.
You know,
I mean, 4 minutes is like one breath, and then you're done.
I know that's the part that's nerve wracking.
Yeah,
is it's gone. We're gonna be here all effing day.
Right,
like we're wasting everybody's time.
Right.
So I think Dan's back Thursday, and then we got a bunch of stuff going on. We've got the first pitch next week on Wednesday. We've got Zoli's this week on Thursday. Zoli's Fort Worth. Come out and have lunch, hang out. And right now we're going to get into a weekend check. We will no longer look forward. We'll look back. And this will be brought to us by our friends and Brandon Aubrey's friends at Community Mechanical. I was fortunate enough to be out of town for a few weeks where it wasn't a billion degrees. But, man, your mood really does depend on being able to control the temperature in the summer here in DFW. So Travis at communitydfw.com, communitydfw.com, or 469-667-7290. Have them come out and check out that AC unit. And preventative maintenance is the key. They'll come out, they'll get you set up on preventative maintenance, and then they can catch anything before it becomes too big of an issue. And you'll also get a discount if they do have to replace that unit. In addition, if you get a new unit, you get a sit-in, and you can come just enjoy. It could be like Henry is every day. You can just kind of
pure
sit
joy,
here. Right? And I think the main thing is that your AC will work well, and that they'll get back to you very, very quickly. CommunityDFW.com, 469-667-7290. It's our HVAC company. It's Brandon Aubrey's HVAC company. Make it yours. Community Mechanical.
We're trying to poach them as well, so if I may just say their website again, CommunityDFW.com.
Thank you. Why did you pick that one?
We already got puddle pools.
I feel like there's a strategy here.
All the freshies. We're big fans of all you.
You want to take a run at this? Although you came to a thing that is part of mine, so how do we want to do this?
I have something non-yours that...
Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for.
So I don't know if I told, and this is one like 3% of the people listening care about, but Cash for my 50th birthday got me a trip to Pebble Beach.
Damn.
Like, yeah, if you're a golf nerd, this is probably right behind Augusta, right? But Pebble Beach is public. I'm scared to look up the prices. I would think $700 around, something like that. If you stay on property, maybe it's $400, $450. But we're going for like 5 nights, staying on property, playing Pebble twice, Spyglass Hill, like the dream gift that a brother could give.
I believe I've been there.
Have you been at Monterey Peninsula? And
Machine's Wedding. We drove up,
oh, did you really?
Down whatever, and I believe it's has the clubhouse is real. I mean, obviously, real old looking. It's real hotel-y.
I think I've never been.
Okay,
I've never been, so I'm kind of.
We were just there for just walking through. But
and
it
I
looks
think
amazing.
just sitting up there is heaven. It's like 64 degrees right now there. But anyway, he dropped that on me on my 50th. Blown away, super excited. We're leaving next Wednesday, which is why I'm missing you guys next Friday. But that was for my 50th, which is a big birthday. And then he had his like 53rd. And I'm like, shit, I got to do something decent, but I ain't messing with none of that.
I thought y'all were twins.
Not twins. He's now introducing me as his older brother, by the way. And I'm like, no, but maybe.
But
so.
it is funny to have the math of like, all right, here's what we did for 50. What is the other? How do I figure out the math equation percentage at 50?
Exactly. Like, who gives a shit about 53?
25%?
It's nothing.
Oh,
I went way lower. But I did book him a local golf outing to a place called Pine Dunes, which is in Frankston, Texas, about 2 hours southeast of here. Never been there. But I gave him like the mini version of what he's giving me, which I thought was kind of funny. I even delivered it in the same way. The same envelope that he gave me, I crossed out the 50 and wrote 53.
That's sick.
But it was cool. It was just golf overnight, golf in the morning. Absolutely lovely. If you are a golfer, Pine Dunes is this like hidden gem that I don't know how many people know about, but damn it, it's beautiful. And the two of us just went out there and enjoyed some East Texas pines and some breeze.
East Texas has a set of tits on it that nobody knows about.
Dude, bouncy naturals. Because there's some elevation, trees everywhere. It's probably 8 degrees cooler. And anyway, it was just effing gorgeous. So did that and wanted to give, some love to Pine Dunes because that place is really, really pretty. Hauled ass back here Saturday and then a quick shower and straight to yours. Your guys' event, which I imagine we're going to talk about here in a minute.
Yeah, I do want to say though, I love that about golf. I wish it's breweries, wineries, golf. They're always in. They're in the coolest places.
Yeah,
and I can still go and will go to breweries and wineries, but golf, on one hand, I'm upset because, and I don't know if you saw last week, somehow somebody did like a physical representation of the USA. But it was on like graph paper, and it showed the percentage of land that each thing is, like food we eat, defense. It's so small. It's so
small, really?
Dude. Yeah.
Is that the root of a lot of your younger hatred? Of the water consumption and rich assholes, which, yeah, fine.
But it's so much smaller than I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
it's on there.
Nothing.
It's on there, and here's the thing.
On there.
Here's the thing. It's also not weighted. Because it's the best.
Yeah.
They got, like, if you somehow were to rate the squares, it's good squares.
Very good squares, yeah.
So that's what bums me out about golf. Because, like, learning to throw type thing stimulates sort of type thing. But golf, it's long. It's my neighbor plays golf. You should talk to him. Huge ass.
Yeah.
Fat ass.
Is that your final frontier, your final form? Maybe.
I don't think I'll ever get there.
You love this repetitive hard work to improve at something that's difficult. Literally the reason we all love golf.
He's a team sports guy, though.
It's part of the problem. But pitching's not exactly that.
Right.
But I in any case, I don't think we're going to get there.
Okay, don't make the reason that you don't do it
because of Bob.
Okay, fine. That's fair. But don't make the reason.
You were about to say people,
no,
and it's not people.
Yeah. I was going to say you. I was going to say yourself. Don't make your own stubbornness the reason that you refuse for the rest of your life to give it a chance.
That's fair.
Because I've said this for so long, I can't do it.
Y'all should do a 3v3, Ryder Cup style.
I can't golf right now.
GZ versus
we kind of suck, right but now. Blake gives you guys a fighting chance.
Clayton could probably golf better than I can.
Yeah.
Like, even just right
I've
now.
I've got like 3 holes in me, or I got to either start drinking or take painkillers.
We can work on that. You have anything weekend-wise outside of the show?
I watched a couple of things. I took a break from watching aerial reenactments via AI on YouTube to go to the comedy show.
Yeah, I heard him explaining this to someone the other day.
The mermaid?
I thought
I was
Ariel?
Yeah, I was doing a little. I was going through the air battles of the Falklands War.
Okay.
Argentina and Britain.
I typed in Little Mermaid, but interracial. Ariel.
I don't know. It's just very interesting. So
I assume they have some footage or some images, and they reimagine from there what it would have looked like.
Basically, they're just taking the after-action reports, and the one I watch is a guy who's building a video game based off of these. So he has like the engine for all of the graphics and everything, and he takes that and builds it into like what these after-action reports dictate from either side, and recreates the battle. So it got really deep into the Argentina, and then a little Desert Storm.
Yeah.
boys, we were doing some air-to-air with some MiGs during Desert Storm.
Yeah.
This is something that we're never going to have to do again for, like, at a certain point,
What,
right?
legit
Like,
air-to-air combat?
No,
or
but
manned?
The recreation of it, the recreation of it, because post-2020, we have it all, right? Maybe more like 2010.
Right.
If we're talking about the military.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting idea.
You have it all? I mean, they all have onboard recording. But
Yeah, a lot of most all of the
everything new now.
New stuff
that's
has
what I'm saying.
onboard recording.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I watched the new Kevin Hart movie on Netflix, 72 Hours.
Okay.
It was basically just a bunch of SNL skits. That's just kind of what it seemed like. Each scene was just like a different skit because, I mean, half the actors are from SNL.
He got the good ones, it looks like.
Yeah. Cam.
Marcelo Hernandez is great.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
I heard
Marcelo.
he has a great Kevin Hart
He's
impression.
on a heater.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of just the Marcelo hits, basically.
Yeah.
Surprise appearance by Cat Williams.
Excellent.
They're buds now.
Wasn't expecting that, and then just out of nowhere, Cat Williams pops up, and they have a really, really good scene together. But yeah, it was just.
It's interesting to present it as a movie, right? Like if you've got 2 hours of stuff, hour and a half of stuff, and you just say rather than a season of like, I think you should leave. Probably is about
Right.
2 hours a season, right?
But this was
If
a
that.
movie, but it felt like skits.
Yeah,
Like, was it supposed
just
to be
felt
a-
like. I mean,
Okay.
and
Is
that
there
might
a
have.
through line plot from beginning?
there
to
has
Yeah,
end?
yeah.
Okay.
But it just kind of felt like, okay, I could see this scene as
this set
like
piece.
they're on a boat and one of the guys is having trouble like trying to hook up with a girl, but then like Cam Patterson's back there just making out with a different girl, and every time they cut to him,
All right.
Yeah, they wrote Kevin Hart a check
oh
for
yeah,
a number of movies, and he needs to fill it, and it might be a good crack at that. Here, pull my computer up, Blake, and see if it wrecks this. I haven't heard this yet.
It's gonna cost ya.
Okay, now I want to.
I saw this. Yeah.
Okay, this is Marcelo Hernandez doing Kevin Hart on the Today Show with Kevin Hart there.
You're me, and
Yeah.
you're trying to get some advice from,
Okay.
Kevin Hart.
All right.
3, 2, 1, action.
Kevin,
I'm sorry.
can you
I'm
give
sorry.
me?
The thing is that I got a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but
No, I'm sorry. Just give me a moment.
okay.
They got to bring the money up. Money's got to be up if they want me to do that.
He just talks like that.
He'll interrupt you. Yeah.
I salute
Well, he's
him
pretending
doing
he's
that
on
in
the
front
phone.
of. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know.
but it also, I just kind of assume Kevin Hart's. I think he was born with a Bluetooth in, like an actual
First gen.
Yeah, he's always Bluetoothed up. Well, speaking of people attempting to be funny and questionable results, we had our Dumb Zone comedy night, our first one, on Saturday night at Dallas Comedy Club in Deep Ellum. Now, I don't know how much we need to reset this. We promoted it quite a bit, so presumably people get it. But the quick encapsulation is we just wanted to do some different stuff particularly during the summer. Like during the fall, we're doing a football party. If not every other weekend, it feels like something every weekend. Whether it's like this year we got a football party at a Fairlease remote. We got 2 trips. We're going to Houston. We're going to Seattle. We got weekend streams. It's just hard to plan anything in the fall. Blake works Cowboys. So I was out of town before, just looking at the calendar, thought like, what can we do? We had the summer event, but let's bridge the gap a little bit here. And at the time, I had been taking like improv. This is probably back in like March, and thinking I'm going to eventually get to a point where I can maybe try to do stand-up. Blake has always said, like, I'll take a crack at it. Dan said on the show, like, I want to open for Akash. And I'm like, fuck, they don't know that I'm doing this, but it sounds like they're in.
Yeah.
So I ended up talking to this guy, George Brown. He's a 19-year-old college student out in L.A. He's from here. His dad, also named George Brown, is a big listener of the Dumb Zone, Hang Zone, Bad Radio. He, I believe, had done some stand-up in his past. So I get on the phone with George, who's a good friend of Jimmy Nelson's, and he was like asking me about an internship. I was like, I don't think that's happening. It doesn't seem like you're fit for this. we eventually landed on what if we try to throw a comedy night? And I said, you take care of it. Yeah, I don't want to do anything.
That's my favorite move.
At this point, I had not.
We'll do it, but you.
I hadn't even met the DCC people at all.
Really? Okay.
I was like, just go do whatever.
He set it up.
He set it up. He asked all the other comedians. Now I told him, I'd like to get Jimmy. I'd like to get Lawrence. I'd like to ask Vinny. That's the only people I know. That's who's been on our show. Scott would be the other one. But there is something to like wanting to have a woman on your bill, and I'm not saying that's like a quota thing. But I didn't know her. I didn't know Megan King, who ended up doing it, and I would love to have her out to do stand-up or be on the show anytime. But I'm not sure that I would have known her if George hadn't been like, I kind of like to put a lady on every show I do because it mixes it up a little bit. So he reached out to the three of them. Jimmy, I think, was his second, was just born, our firefighter comedian. And then, I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I think I can probably give 5 minutes. And so it was like that deal where you run out of the foxhole and your buddies, you're like, come, where are they? I thought they were coming with me. I literally planned a night 4 months from now thinking everybody would be like, yeah, I'll be in it. And they were like, no, that's not happening. And so from there, George came out to the summer event, 19-year-old George, and he was like, hey, I think we need some sort of a format where as people are doing stand-up, we're like, it's not just you guys at the end talking to the audience. We were going to do maybe some like audience suggestions.
Right.
But I think the way we ended up formatting it where we, Dan, Blake, and Jake sit on the couch on stage, and then we rotate comics up there to do 10 or 15. I got to tell you, like before saying anything about like me going up, I just thought for an hour and a half event, that was about as awesome of a thing as I've ever been a part of in my life. It was a lot of fun. And the vibes were just very, very high.
I absolutely loved it. What do you think the capacity? Like how many people?
I think it's like 110, 115.
That's about what you had?
We sold the tickets. I don't know if everybody showed up, but all the tickets sold.
I was pretty far back, and it was back behind me. There was tons of people, including Kristen, who was hiding back there, I guess.
So that was a big issue, letting her come in or not.
Yeah.
But I relented on it.
I love the format, despite couch size being an issue, because you guys were really working that out like live.
There's just no real way to do it unless you had like humanoid robots.
Right.
Like everybody meet here to pretend like we're gonna. It would have been hard.
So the comic gets off and they join you on the couch, and that makes it too crowded on the couch, and you're all trying to be the one that leaves because I don't know, you just don't want to be. Blake's like, I can go, and then that comic actually leaves when the next comic comes. It was funny to see that you guys worked that out too in real time, but I really thought it was great, dude. The crowd, you guys' supporters and listeners are all cool as shit. I recognize like half of them at this point, it's, and they loved it. And I don't go into that thing like unfairly, like I'm going to laugh or give whatever, but I laughed at every single one of them, including you. I try to watch like very independently, and I laughed a lot, man. Funny night. And I thought you guys pulled it off again.
I think the room helps a lot, and I'm not just saying this to like suck up to people, kiss ass in the audience, but I'm learning a lot about how much the audience matters, and not just are they willing to laugh, but in talking to the other comics afterward, like they were like, these people are fucking great. Like I could go to levels of intelligence literally that I usually can't do in Dallas. I can go to like levels of weirdness that I normally can't do. It was like, I don't think I understand it, but I hope people know that I understand that this is like gold. That people are like, I'm kind of inclined to think that not just what you're doing is funny, but we have the same sense of humor. You've put some thought into it. It just works. And I'm only telling you that because I have 4 or 5 occasions in the last month where I did almost the exact same set, maybe slightly less polished, and got nothing. Not half of it, nothing.
Did you really get nothing, like silence from?
I've gotten that from open mics with almost that exact same set.
Now, you said that open mics suck because it's usually comics there and they're thinking about their set, or they're more critical, or
that's what I think, because I've noticed too, there was a couple times I went to open mics almost the same thing, or at least half the same thing. I had other shit I really liked, but I lost confidence in it.
Yeah.
And it worked because I could tell there were people in there who weren't comics. They were going up to the bar.
Yeah.
There was a group of 7 women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can tell. But if it's a room full of comics, nobody's laughing. Except me, because I don't know that we're supposed to be gay about it. Like, I'm just supporting people.
Right, I'm just laughing.
And not even supporting people. I'm just laughing,
just
right?
Listening and enjoying.
So that can mess you up a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. The issue at hand is Saturday night, and it was insane. Like, it was insane. I thought everyone up there raised their game. I was able to get through it. I think Blake might have had the line of the night because Vinny Corrales, and he's been on our show a few times and doesn't always have a whole lot to say. And the first thing anyone said to Vinny after he got done destroying was Blake saying, "Why aren't you this funny on our show?"
Yeah, that's well played.
They kind of bring you back down to size there.
Bring that ego down.
He was effing hilarious.
He was.
They were
He
all
killed.
really good.
And it's funny, too,
But he
because
was
I even
excellent.
remember seeing Akash like a year after I'd seen him, maybe seeing Jimmy 9 months after I'd seen him before. And it's like, holy shit. I didn't know that when I was watching you before, there was like a lot of room to grow.
Yeah.
And
The
you see it
levels.
happen, you're like, whoa. Because they've probably done it 50 more times since then.
Right.
And so, like, those guys last night, I've seen a lot of those jokes, except for Megan, and it was better.
She was great too, man.
Really is.
I think I've known this, but I hadn't thought about it forever. The whole game is confidence delivery, obviously. I mean, writing good shit is one thing, but believability and confidence. Like, she was great at it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she's laughing and smiling. Because they've told these jokes dozens of times, but they still kind of laugh with themselves. I mean, Chappelle does it.
Let me tell you why.
Laugh when he's finishing a punchline.
Because people are laughing. When people start, like,
You
you're
see
like,
them
fuck,
laughing.
that is funny. Yeah, it's just that. Because that's the same thing. When they're not, you're not laughing.
Yeah, true.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, God, maybe that is terrible.
Right. Or maybe a little laugh because this is failing so hard.
And you do that
which might be
sometimes.
infectious, I guess.
And I've given, I don't like doing this, but the verbal tick of being like, I liked that one.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's to say nothing of, maybe we'll just save all Trump for tomorrow, because it's just, we need to just all drop our political weapons and enjoy. That's some of the funniest audio I've ever heard. Just him legit bombing, but also fighting through it like a comic. Like, fuck, that was a great joke. You fuck all y'all. That was a good joke.
So were you wigging out the whole time during the couch portion, knowing that you're going up? I mean,
because they were doing so well, and they were so just effortless with it. They don't need a set list like I still need. They were just rolling, and I was like, this is gonna really let the room down. But at that point, even that's funny. I started thinking in my head, like, now it's funny. I mean, at the same time, like, this is where I would be slightly confident. Like, I know that these are good jokes. Like, I've done them in front of joke class with a joke coach and him been like, that's gold.
Yeah.
So at some level, you're like, all right, well, we're going to see where they fall in between there. And the thing is, our audience is just very smart and very dumb at the same time.
Right.
And also has a high bar for comedy. But I think, they're ready to laugh, and we got funny people up there, and it was a good time.
The envy the comedians have for you is amazing to see, because, like you said, this is a hobby almost. This is their livelihood. If you bomb, you said it might be funny. They can't bomb. They don't have a built-in audience. Just they were in awe of like what you've built and how you're able to approach this.
Yeah, it's weird, and that's why I don't want to. That's why I didn't want to go last. You know me. Yeah. I'm overly worried about, like, is there people going to think I'm being a dick?
But you guys discussed that, right? You said,
yeah,
you said
I was
5 minutes
when we got there.
Well, we left it to Lawrence because he was going to go last, and we were just like, well, it's your choice. You choose. If you feel like that'd be weird, I don't know how to say it, but it's not like I just showed up, right? I did just show up doing this, but like at the same time, I've been answering emails at 4:30 in the morning for almost 20 years now of people hitting me up way before I quit drinking. Like, that's just been my game, is like, let's fucking hang out. I'll smoke a J with you afterward.
Yeah.
If you're having a hard time, I'll talk to you. If you'll talk to me. And so it's not like I just fell into a bunch of people supporting me, right? At the same time, I have like a job that's so geared for this, in that how many people have people just emailing them like, this is a crazy thing that happened in my life 5 times a day. Comedians don't have that.
Yeah.
Nobody's
There's a lot of
emailing
fuel.
Lawrence and being like, "Hey, this is like just a harvest ground. For,
Right.
This is the way to do it." Now, the craft is the craft, and
So
there's no number of reps I could put in at this point that would ever.
dude,
catch them.
again, I was trying to look at you not as a great friend of mine, like trying to be fair.
Catch is a bad thing to say. I'm not trying to say
I laughed multiple times. Do you have? I see you had your little piece of paper, like your set list, right? And did you skip anything, or were you like, "F it"? Because you also did the move after he got done with when he flipped the page over.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, these are the ones I don't think are going to work. And the crowd laughed. I laughed.
I would have not done that at a regular show.
You would have stopped it then?
No, I would have just done them and not even addressed it, or maybe done some of them. But
Yeah.
at that point, like Megan was,
She's like, don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't.
I knew that would be her reaction, right?
Yeah.
Like, because Dan and I talk about this. Like, there's a Conan O'Brien quote where he's talking about hosting a talk show, and he's like, the worst thing is when you just ask the guest who's just bombing, "Hey, how do you think this is going?" Because now the audience knows it sucks.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a little bit of, you don't want to be Fallon, where you're like, everything is like, but if you start being, you said confident. If I'm like, I'd like to get to the portion of the show I don't believe in, then you're not. But in that setting, it was funny. I may have skipped one or two things, but I also didn't write a few things down that I liked.
Yeah.
But you can only really, it was just a lot darker when I first started writing. Dude, dead ass, like I did a sketch class last week. I wrote something, and the lady was like, "This is really good, and it's about 10 times darker than anything we can do."
Really?
Because again, I feel like
Give us a loose theme.
Again, do you remember many moons ago? I could play you something. Have I ever played the Joseph A. Banks spots for you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I played him for Blake before.
Long time ago, but yeah, worth replaying.
Maybe we'll make him the break today.
Okay.
We'll make him the break today. But it's like, you remember when you used to listen to a rap album, especially like Eminem? He would do skits, but he would tell a story through the skits.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be, by the end of it, he's like murdering his wife.
Right.
It was just a series of Joseph A. Bank commercials that escalated from like, you're having an affair to you need to take care of this to now you really need to take care of this. And she was just like, it just can't. I modified that and scaled it down, and it's just nope.
He's like, you just can't.
Yeah. And I'm learning what people.
Dude.
You only need one joke about the death of your family. You can't have 3 or 4 or 5 minute set.
True.
Yeah.
Can't be a high percentage. You did really good, man.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Now we have the issue. We have another one scheduled for the end of the month. But now we had the very predictable issue, and we had kind of talked about possibly just running it back, like having the same people and then just reassess after that.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do? We have one scheduled, I think, August 29th. But now we've got roughly half a dozen people who are within the 24 hours afterward were like, "Oh, I'll do the next one.
Really?
I'll get up."
Comics, the friends of, or
Yes and no.
really?
Yeah. People were like, I'm on the next one. It's like, I guess,
Okay.
I guess me doing it made literally everyone be like, I mean, that actually probably is pretty simple.
I had a little bubbling panic all night because you text me that morning. You're like, "Hey, you're coming to this thing, right?" Or something. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'll be there." I had a birthday party right after. But I was like, it's kind of like, I want to go, but why did he specifically ask me? And then I got to thinking, are they going to do something stupid? Where
I would never do
I
that.
know you wouldn't.
I had a quick set prepared because I was convinced the same thing.
Okay, so you at least had more time to do it. I basically spent the drive over like, fuck. Trying to think of like, there's a golf thing here, and if I go to prison, this thing, I was like terrible.
There's
But then I was listening to you guys too, and they're like, all right, he fucked with Josh, blind ass Josh. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go up there. Like, he ain't that fucking blind. He's blind, like legally.
You're
He's
working
not totally
on your
blind.
set?
Yes, and then like do the fake drop of the mic stand, and he catches it. I'm like,
Dude.
Stevie Wonder shit.
I'm here to tell you, and I've told you this before, and I feel this way about a lot of people. The ticket, a lot of the different stuff we've done, it just prepares you for a lot of different things in life that you don't even know. You just don't even know how prepared you are for creatively, comfort in front of people wise. I think you could do improv. I think you could do stand. I think you could do anything you want.
Well,
probably
I
except for fix your own plumbing.
I can't fix my plumbing. I have a plumbing issue. Where should I go?
Plumb quick. Unless you have a fetish for it taking forever for some reason, then it would be Plumb Quick. PlumbQuickCompany.com. The phone number is 469-331-3669. We've had a ton of people hit us up already and say that they have, lived up to the billing. Multiple people said they were out same day. got something taken care of, got the technician out. So yeah, these are a relatively new sponsor, but they're already working with a bunch of our other home repair sponsors. PlumQuickCompany.com. 469-331-3669 is the Dumb Zone phone number. There is a special bit I know that I'm supposed to tell you about somewhere in here. Oh, God, they're going to cut this off. The annual membership. Whole home plumbing inspection. Annual standard tank water heater flush. You're supposed to do that every year. 1 drain cleaning a year. Camera inspection per year. You also get priority scheduling. They'll waive your service fee and 10% off repairs up to $500. Had a couple listeners sign up for this, similar to like preventative maintenance at plumquickcompany.com.
All right, I'll go kind of quick because I think our guest is almost here.
Yeah. And you got to save some stuff too, but you can tease it.
Yeah. So like I said, I had a quick tight 5 ready because I was just convinced the only reason Jake wanted me there was to just thrust me out there and say, "Here you go, big boy."
I would never
been talking your big game.
Thank you for
I would literally never do that.
Because it's a bad bit, but it's kind of a decent.
I would literally never do that. Well, I just wanted Blake there because I think of us as a 3-headed thing.
Hell yeah.
Like, it would just make sense.
Well, in selecting days for this, I told him the only day I can't do is July 25th because I have my Lindsey Sterling show to go to. And lo and behold, the DZ Comedy Night was on July 25th. So I thought something might be up. So I was ready. I'm going to do Lindsey tomorrow. There's a lot to get into as a guy who had to solo go to an electric violin show again. Saw a lot, had a lot happen to me. I'm excited to tell you about it tomorrow.
What happened to your wife?
It was too late because I was going to pick her up and the show said it started at 8, but then Lindsay said she's not going on until 9:15 and nurse who's got to be up at 4 a.m. the next day.
Okay, so it wasn't the Dumb Zone's fault.
No.
Okay.
No.
He did wear his Lindsey Sterling shirt to the comedy, so he wouldn't have to quick change in the parking lot.
Yeah,
that saved you a minute.
I was ready.
I have one other quick comedy note from when we were leaving. I told Clayton, I was like, hey, man, it really means a lot to me that you came out tonight. Because Clayton's like a year 1 IJB listener, like 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. Day 1 Dumb Zone listener before he worked here. And I was like, it means a lot to me that you've given me Clayton's the only person on our show that laughs at anything I say. And it means a lot to me that you kind of give me the confidence to do some of this, dude. I've never told you that. And he was like, fuck, I'm just glad I didn't have to set anything up. And he just left.
All right, buddy.
I was like, that is the most production guy response I've ever heard.
So fucking happy.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't have to plug anything in. He just left. I was like, okay,
I just
awesome.
left.
And then Blake, same thing. I was like, thanks for being there, man. And he's like, whatever.
I gotta go.
I was like, okay.
She's about to start. I'm not sure the perfect age to take a kid to hibachi, but my oldest is got to be at the top.
Okay.
Almost 5. Went to hibachi Friday night, and it's the whole show. It's the guy. It's the onion choo-choo train, which he loves.
Is he eating though?
Yeah.
That's
fine.
the problem with us.
So the guy got him with the fake squirt bottle.
Yes. Classic.
Just the whole thing. And then I thought, and the guy is just a caricature, right? And it's every Japanese guy that my son has seen on TV or in cartoons. Just a mockery of it. He is all about it. But the thing that I think Jake would have loved is you don't pick who you get paired with at these shows, these hibachi shows. And this family of 4 sitting across from us was not having a great time. And I think you've said you love seeing other families not having a great time.
Yeah, there's a little relativism.
A little comparison.
Yeah.
It was a couple, husband and wife in their late 40s. They got 2 teenage sons who are on their phone the entire time.
Set the scene. Are they more Minecraft, Harry Potter, or more Braden select basketball, Patrick Mahomes haircut?
No, I think they think they're in a band and they're douchebags.
Okay, but they both have their phones out.
The whole show.
Yeah.
And come to find out, one of them... It is a show.
I don't know if you call it a show.
It is a show.
It's dinner, but all right, yeah.
He's in Vegas.
Come to the thing that, and they were like making little comments here and there, but hey, why don't you put your phone down? Why don't we have a nice dinner? All this kind of stuff. In front of the guy.
The time for that conversation is not then.
It was happening then. And the thing that set mom off was she caught one of the teenagers watching videos of other hibachi chefs.
Yes. World's best hibachi chef.
In front of this guy, and he's just watching, who's the best here?
That's amazing.
And she was just like, you have a hibachi show right in front of you. Why don't you put your phone down and watch it? It's right in front of you with your own
this
eyes.
Guy's mid. Nice volcano.
Meh bachi. Get the fuck
Yeah.
Meh
Hibachi.
And so they ate half.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
They ate half their meal, and I was so close to asking for a to-go box for their food, but I decided not to. I'm gonna act civil, but
that's how you get excellent. A shrimp tail to the forehead. If Hibachi Man sees that,
disrespect.
He can light you up.
Oh, that was the other thing.
Turns your phone off with a shrimp tail.
He hit me with a broccoli, and I caught my mouth.
Okay.
Kid lost his mind. It was great.
A kid lost his mind.
It was
Only because you brought it up real quick. One of the most burned-in things in my head from me and my ex-wife from like 25 years ago, we were at Hibachi, and there's an old couple, and the old man, he's sitting there, unhappy, whatever, and the fucking guy, when he lights the entire thing on fire, and it's just flame, this old man it's not even that funny, but it's burned in. He leans back and goes, oh, too hot, too hot. So for 20 years, I still make the joke with Christina, or people who weren't there.
I think I've only been once in my life. Now that you guys are describing this, I think I've been to hibachi once.
Oh,
it's a great
really?
time.
Yeah, I've somehow avoided this.
Benihana birthdays?
No, I've been one time.
Dude,
over
only
in Grapevine.
a few months ago, Danny tried to go to hibachi, I think with Malcolm for his birthday or something, and he had a reservation. And they kept pushing it back, and then he saw the table. It was Nico Harrison's family, stole his table basically at Benihana, and he has a picture of Nico on his phone.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wish AD would have been there to jump out and say it's a prank.
Gotcha. Yeah.
How's that show doing?
I hope not well.
Let's do some sports, Blake.
Okay. You need.
I don't. You don't. I don't actually care.
Haha! Found it.
Too hot. Too hot.
I hope I remember to do that to you from now on.
Oh yeah, I will laugh at it for the rest of my life. Anything too hot.
I went to the Rangers game yesterday.
Whoa.
Cramming it in. We're leaving for camp soon, dude. I got to stack up credits on the family side.
Did you catch or get close to catching a foul ball at any point?
No.
Shit.
And it wouldn't have, there's no transitive property bet payoff anyway, so it wouldn't have counted for you.
I know, but my confidence would skyrocket.
No, we were only there for 6 innings, but we did get the commendation walking through the doors of not having a tablet on us. And there was, because Nora had a book, and there was an old lady.
She's like, all right.
And she was like, God, just bless you, bless you. And I was like, see that right there? I was like, the lady respects you more.
See that?
You have some bum ass. That's what I do now. I talk about the tablet like it's just like a bum ass iPad. What's your little weak ass iPad? Is that what you need all day, baby? I just shamed them, and that lady helped.
Atlas Shrugged. What's she into?
Yeah,
Fountainhead?
no, we're right on the Ayn Rand. Oh God. All right. Well, there's a lot of sports that we could get into. NFL coaches, a lot going on. Kyle Shanahan, Eric Bieniemy. The Miami Dolphins cocaine guy is the acting head coach of the Commanders, or of the 49ers. But we have a guest. He is nominally my lawyer before any of the other ones. He is Kevin Vela of Vela Wood. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, guys. This is good. This is a good distance here.
Well, you should be able to hear how good it sounds. I'm going to say get right up on that.
I eat this thing. I don't know if it's right or not.
Can I tell you that my wife just texted me and said, I think they have a comedian on with them today.
Oh, what a jerk. This guy. Dude.
A real pro.
This is the gift and the curse,
I miss
right?
Vela.
Is just you don't tell anybody and then nobody can make little jokes.
Yeah.
One time Kevin took TC and myself to a World Series game where the Dodgers won the World Series at Globe Life Field, and then there was a COVID outbreak on the field, and Justin Turner had to leave the game for testing, and then came back in for it was one of the weirdest sports nights of my life. And Tony Romo was in the suite next to us.
Okay.
Very strange.
I invited all my high-dollar clients.
That's
TC
right.
and Jake were my least-paying clients.
But he started helping us with podcast
right
stuff 15 years ago, and now is very involved in the, what do you call it? You call it gaming space?
Broadly referred to as the gaming space, just to encapsulate sports betting, fantasy, DFS, and prediction markets.
So we've obviously had Haralabob on a lot, and he's an interesting character because he made a lot of money gambling and has some takes on the moral pitfalls of gambling that might seem at odds. But I think he's a good thinker on the topic, and it's clear that something has happened societally that has not produced positive net outcomes. But the thing I find interesting about Kevin's lane in this is it's not really like a moralizing approach. His job is to help companies operate within a set legal framework. Now, the question is, what is that framework? And I feel like the average person on the street, actually, I'll up that and say the dialed-in sports fan has no clue what is and isn't legal and how it's legal and where it's legal and what is going on with any of this. And hasn't for some time now.
I will be your dummy example, and I read the Substack, loved it, but I'm a perfect – I need to learn about this stuff. I don't know. I'm on all those. I'm on Kalshi. I'm on Prize Picks. I'm on DraftKings. I don't think I'm in a dangerous spot. Like I don't do anything wild or put myself in a bad financial position, but I love it. And to read the tiers of legality and the different boxes that these things should be going in, and the expedience that we're just into them. And I don't even know what I'm doing is legal in the state, or what loophole makes it legal. It's just a fascinating topic that I love reading about. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks. It's interesting. You mentioned Prize Picks and Kalshi. Prize Picks operates as a DFS operator, so it's a skill game here in the state of Texas. And Prize Picks actually isn't even licensed in Texas because Texas hasn't created a skill game framework for fantasy sports or daily fantasy sports. Prize Picks created what people generally call DFS 2.0 because, if you remember, the initial Prize Picks games were like an over-under type situation, so it's very similar to a prop. But the difference is sports betting in Nevada, sports betting is very heavily regulated. Lots of compliance, very expensive. Taxes very expensive. In New York, they take 50 cents of every dollar that comes in. So if you're sports betting, it's super expensive, super complicated. You have to go through a patchwork of regulatory hurdles in every state where you're going to offer. For Prize Picks to offer in Texas, there's no regulation at all. So they can just offer it because law firms like us, and we actually were the early counsel for Prize Picks, so we drafted some of their initial opinion letters. We established that they were a game of skill. The game of skill, the exemption that Prize Picks operates under is the same thing that an 8-liner, if you go into the gas stations, where Sirois hangs out and you're hitting those 8-liners trying to get $5 out of the back. Yep. Same level, same analysis of law there. Same thing with the claw machines, win every time claw machines. But then you've got Kalshi, which doesn't care at all about state laws, right? It's a federally approved by the CFTC event market. So it's really interesting, Mike, to hear you say that to you they're the same thing, but they're completely different. And then I appreciate what Jake picked up on. I'm not here to say what's right or wrong. I'm just here to guide our clients. This is legal in this state, and here's how you have to do it.
How do they determine skill? I feel like when we use underdog, high or lower, right? Like it doesn't feel the same as pulling a lever to me. Maybe it is, but you can at least look up. Like, okay, if they're saying over 1.5 whip for this guy, you can look at numbers that would indicate how they would match up against that lineup. But that feels like it makes it skill.
Sure.
But also, like, how is pulling the lever skill?
Well, those operate under an exemption because it's a minimum prize exemption. So $5 and less, they can do that. Same thing with the claw machines. But when you think about the laws that are written in which fantasy sports are evaluated under, these were written hundreds of years ago. It's the same thing that poker, initially horse racing, before horse racing started getting their own rules. Foot racing was a big deal back in the 1800s. So a lot of these laws, we're adopting new technologies or new uses of them into old laws. States have one of a couple of ways of identifying what is skill and not. It's called material factor test and then dominant factor. So in some states, skill has to be the predominant factor. And this is an issue you get in with poker all the time because you can very clearly establish that poker is a game of skill, right? Very, very clearly established. Yet poker rooms generally operate under these private place exemptions. That's why we could have a card game here. We could bet money here, right? Michael Jordan can go have, card games or gamble on the golf course. Those are private place exemptions, but you can't open up a casino that's open to the public. The card rooms have some creative ways of getting around those, and we represent some card rooms. We've done some of that But the skill analysis in Texas is it's a material element. So if chance is a material element, then the game would be found to be unenforceable. But we can establish that skill game. So what happened is like Prize Picks and Underdogs and FanDuel and DraftKings in the mid 2000s or mid 20aughts, when this was getting very popular, they went and had all these studies done to show that these things are games of skill. And the numbers bear out. I mean, the guys who are winning at Underdog and Prize Picks, they're all just former poker players, or they're all former traders. And you're seeing that really exacerbated at the event markets, the Polymarket and Kalshi. I mean, those are all hedge funds that are trading on those things, right? They're doing, I mean, there's Wall Street Journal, New York Times, they're doing 60 trades a minute, right? That when Mike's going up against these guys in Kalshi and stuff, these guys are just executing these as if they're just buying, corn futures or whatnot. But anyway, so in Texas, it's an analysis of fantasy sports as a game of skill. Sports betting has not been determined to be skill-based, right? It's very much chance-based. So that's why you have to have separate regulations governing sports betting.
Okay, so you're right now. I guess it feels like it's just a bucket of snakes. Like there's just no the stuff that you've written on this seems to me, and maybe there's a bunch of this out there, to be some of the first publishing of just an actual idea of the framework of how this could work. Because it seems like the idea of Kalshi and Polymarket in some ways has like early internet vibes of we're going to democratize this and it won't cost as much and we're removing barriers. So, in theory, if it were done a certain way, there would never be somebody from Polymarket or Kalshi having Bryce Harper call you on Thanksgiving to try to. Did you see that video?
No.
This is so bad.
So there's a huge investigation into what FanDuel's practices and how they've treated their VIPs, right? Like, so when you're in way over your skis, they're inviting you to sit courtside or sit in a suite. But they went so far as to surreptitiously get cameos from pro players to be like, hey, this is Bryce Harper. Angie, your FanDuel rep, just told me that,
my, really?
We
miss you.
You're having a happy holidays from Bryce. It's insane, dude. And this guy was like on his way to bankruptcy, obviously.
No, he had already lost $1.5 million. And he lost another $500,000. First of all, that's an express violation of Cameo's terms of service. You can't use it for commercial purposes, right?
Yeah, but there's a number of bad actors involved in that scenario. But the point is just like, if you could remove the people they're banning winners, right? That Kalshi and Polymarket would never be able to ban winners. That's like the idea, right? But they have to be regulated in some way. So that's where I guess you come in.
One of the benefits of a events contract is they're not looking for winners and losers. They just take a transaction fee on every transaction, right? Sports betting books are actively trying to ban people, right? Bob can't go into a casino or can't bet anywhere. So they are trying to incentivize and motivate their worst performers with, like you said, VIP experiences, and then kick off the best performers. So that's one of the attractive features of these events markets. They're called DCMs, designated contract markets. One of the benefits of them is that they're not looking for winners and losers. They're just taking a percentage of the spread. But the issue is Polymarket is not a U.S.-based entity, so it doesn't necessarily fall under U.S. jurisdiction. Polymarket had the issue with the Israeli intelligence officer who was making money before Iran was bombed. There was insiders in Polymarket who were trading on what President Trump was going to say. So now the CFTC is finally starting to propose a framework for guidelines and regulations around this. There's actually have an open comment period. It ends today. I commented on it yesterday. And I've been reading through some of the comments, and a lot of them are moving in the same direction. I think one of the things that I am proposing that is somewhat unique, at least for sports betting, is I think the sports betting companies should list who they are, or how many people they're knocking off every month. Hey, we have this many people that were doing so good that we banned them from using our platform, just so the users can use that in their decision making as they're deciding who to use, FanDuel or DraftKings. But my big thing is for the events contracts is you really have to separate an events contracts. These are born out of futures, out of futures trading, whether you're buying corn or oil or whatnot. You have to separate that from an event that can be reconciled in a short period of time. First of all, micro bets have got to go away. Those can't be events, right? A ball or strike on the next pitch. Those have to be sports betting. The benefit of sports betting is there's regulation, there's compliance, there's commissioners in place in each state to oversee it, to oversee enforcement of it, and there's consumer protection around them. So if someone's doing something wrong, the attorney general can, on behalf of its citizens, sue those companies in that state. Once you have this federal framework like Kalshi and Polymarket, then those things generally go away. So one, these microbets got to go away, but then also parlays, right? Parlays is really a sports betting concept. Polymarket filed for something called combinatoric athletic outcome contracts.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love it.
Athletic outcome contracts.
I love doing combinatory.
Yeah. I actually bet on Kalshi that you would say that in this interview.
But you had to combine it with something else.
But
right?
Fingers crossed. Keep talking.
Let me clarify, Mike. You didn't bet. You bought an event contract.
Thank you.
Right? You bought a contract, and it's going to go to 0 or 1. So they're coming up with these creative ways of doing it. And then we've got this crazy political environment that kind of supports or justifies all of these things because of kind of this general lack of enforcement right now. And then you've probably seen some family members of the administration sit on the boards of some of these companies, right? So like they're doing well. I mean, Kalshi's valuation went from $500 million to $11 billion in a year. Polymarket went from $1 billion to $9 billion in a year.
Jesus, really? That 500 million to 11 billion?
22x in a year. Kalshi did.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and again, they are on the board, right? Like his family is on the board. They are heavily involved in crypto, which I assume is sort of a background issue and all that, but that's, I guess, mostly settled, right? Crypto is pretty good, and crypto, Polymarket does accept crypto payments. I think a lot of them do. So crypto is not as big of an issue, but the real issue is there's 3 lanes, right? There's fantasy sports, there's sports betting, and there's events markets. So how are you going to delineate between the 3 and then regulate them each? And I thought the 24-hour situation was interesting because I assume that's like to make it not futures, but how would that work with like the Trump speech thing or even
right,
really?
So I would want to just get rid of that, right? Anything now, the CFTC in their latest proposed rules, they have said that they're going to get rid of anything where a single person can influence it, and there's not any other outcome. Like, you could say a batter can influence if he's going to hit or not. Well, there's a pitcher and there's a fielder and things like that. So someone saying something's particular, that's going to go away. Also, doomsday contracts are going to go away, right? The guy that made money when Maduro got abducted, right? Those things are going to go away. That's pretty settled. Where I think there's still an issue is these events that can be settled either through parlays or in a short period of time. So what my comment was, and a couple other people had similar comments, was that any event that can resolve within a day should not be an event. That should not be allowed to be on prediction markets. It has to be at least a 24-hour period. I think the CFTC had proposed a 3-hour or like a couple hours duration. But I think once you get to a day, then it becomes an event. Hey, are the Cowboys going to win, 9 games this year? I like that because you can trade it during the year. That's when it gets in. The Cooper Flag. I made good money on Cooper Flag as a rookie, right? Rookie of the year, because when Flag was injured and Com started getting really hot, I bought Flag relatively low and then was able to, I held on to him. But at some point in time, I was in the money. Right. So I was thinking, should I just go ahead and pull it out? That part is very interesting. I think there's a place for that.
I did that. I had Argentina pre-tournament. And I didn't love it, but I kept riding with them, and the buyout number keeps getting big. And I sold them right about at the end of regular time in the final when they got that red card. I'm like, there's no way. So I like doubled my money to $50. I gave up the $250 or $300 that I could have won. But it is fun.
That part's fun.
It's fun and very unique to, I think, Polymarket and Kalshi.
Now you're competing against hedge funds who are doing that, and they have every team, and they're buying and selling and right throughout the tournament as they go. I think on a one-off basis, like you said, it's something to talk about, and you do it with your buddies. That's great, and there's a purpose there. But also, we need to be more clear with the consumers about the ills that are going on here, and one, how competitive it is. Kalshi said that 3 out of every 4 accounts lose money. And then Polymarket reported that 0.1% of the accounts make 60% of the profits.
Jeez, wow. Really?
Yeah.
And that's all hedge fund
All hedge funds, yeah.
Yeah, and I know now, like when Haralabob was first getting into it, there was nothing like what exists now. But with, like, if you have like Codex or some sort of, like you're not just up against hedge funds, you're up against people with like a super coding ability.
Yeah.
But, I think that the fun element of it is enough to make it worth preserving the legality of it. Where on obviously, like you said, that FanDuel thing was a violation of Cameo's terms of service. I imagine it was somewhere, if written broadly enough, in a violation of FanDuel's own operating.
Absolutely.
But so I feel like I'm looking to you to tell me, is there anywhere in the horizon in the next 5 to 10 years where some of the toothpaste is put back in the bottle on the predatory nature of what seems like the predominant companies?
Well, let's talk about it from both the federal and then the Texas landscape. At a federal level, the issue is you've got this too big to fail type scenario. I mean, FanDuel's biggest sponsors are the NFL, the NBA, right? So those guys are just going to gloss over. You think Major League Baseball is upset at Bryce Harper when he does this? I mean, Bryce Harper's been one of the faces of Major League Baseball for a long time. So at a federal level, you've got really interesting dynamics because so many big investors and funds and companies are now tied into both DFS or all three DFS, sports betting, and prediction markets.
It's kind of like the AI thing,
right?
Where so much of the economy is leveraged on it that you're like, I don't know that we can slow it down.
We need, for AI, we need them to keep producing. So as far as putting it in, I think it's going to get cleaned up. Whatever happened in the past happened in the past. But a lot of these things will get cleaned up and there will be new regulations in place. I mean, this is going to be at the Supreme Court by the end of the year. The second district, which oversees New York, New Jersey, they ruled in favor of Kalshi. Okay. Kalshi has a federal preemption over state law, but a Southern District of New York, which is just a district court, so it's not an appellate court, second district's appellate court, ruled against Kalshi. There's a big one in Nevada currently being deliberated right now. And Nevada's the Ninth Circuit. And people think that Nevada is going to come out and say, no, Kalshi does not have preemption over state law. Nevada can do what it wants. And if you get that, you're going to have a circuit split, right? You have one appellate court saying yes, one appellate court saying no. That almost always goes straight to the Supreme Court. So this will get up to the Supreme Court. But I think what's not being talked about enough is if it gets up to the Supreme Court, this isn't a function of can prediction markets trump state law? Okay, can Kalshi come and offer this in Texas, and Texas can't fight that? I think the answer is probably going to be yes, because it's a CFTC guided contract or market. But then there's really, what can prediction markets do? Can they do micro bets? Can they do game day things? So that's going to be an issue. Texas is really the fascinating part. It's why I love being here. Texas has declined to really do anything about fantasy sports or sports betting for 10 years. And now it's prediction markets. And I don't think Texas is going to do anything. So I got really, really into fantasy sports about 15 years ago. And we've represented, Prize Picks, Sleeper, Underdog. Anyone you can think of, we've done some work for them at some point in time. And I kept thinking that Texas was going to legislate this. Actually, in 2016, when Greg Abbott was then Attorney General, he wrote an opinion letter that said, I think fantasy sports are illegal in Texas. But Attorney General letters, they're just persuasive. They're not binding law. And immediately, I think it was DraftKings pulled out or FanDuel pulled out. But then they both came back and they just stayed. Now, we kept waiting, and I'm deeply involved in this space. We kept waiting for Texas to do something. And then sports betting got hot. Okay, well, fantasy sports kind of gets pushed to the side. Let's see if they're doing something about sports betting. And I keep waiting for sports betting. If you guys ever see it, people are proposing bills and whatnot. But now no one really is talking about sports betting. It's all prediction markets. So what do you do about prediction markets? You guys know in Texas, the legislature only meets every other year. So it takes a very long time to do anything. Obviously, we're going through this kind of shift in Texas politics right now. There's a lot of spotlight on things outside of this. So I think these companies are all going to continue to operate unencumbered in Texas for a long period of time.
Isn't there a state that did outlaw Kalshi and Polymarket?
Yeah, Nevada.
Oh, no.
Michigan did.
Michigan's
in a big fight right now legally. And, you've got the federal government coming in telling Michigan, you can't do this. And Michigan is saying, we're a state. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, it's crazy. Guys, I'm a business attorney. So like Jake said, I'm kind of more trying to guide my clients what they can and can't do. But if you follow the real legal minds on this is a fascinating period in American law when you talk about constitutional rights, state versus federal. So
you kind of touched on it there. But it seems like much to the dismay of the Adelsons and others. Is that just dead in the water now? Do you feel like? I don't hear anything about it being in 2027.
Yeah, I don't operate at there is a coalition that got put together with some money from the Jones family, Adelsons, and Fertitta down in Houston. There was like a lobbying group that got put together, like this pro gambling group, and I'm not a part of that, or this pro sports betting or casino group. So I'm not sure what inroads they're making there. The information I hear is from the people I know who work in government affairs at these FanDuel, DraftKings, Underdog, whatnot. They all say that they think Texas is just kind of cautiously moving forward. No one wants to commit too much one way or another because there's a little bit of, I don't want to say identity shift going on in Texas, but it's like the conservatives are just trying to hold off the Democrats. So they're more focused on that. They're on this. So to directly answer your question, Jake, I would say I don't see this being addressed anytime in the next several years.
Well, what's your schedule? Do you want to hang out and talk some sports with us? Do you want to take a break and do the news? What should we do? Do you have real work to go do?
I still need one more word, so
Okay.
I think you better stay because
You got a
my
contract?
$4 contract.
Yeah, I'll hang out a little more and I'll tell about when I met with Cash to help him to see if I could get his pitch deck out to a few people.
All right, well, I'm going to do a quick spot right here, and I'm going to do something super risky. I know what type of shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing a poncho shirt right now.
It looks fantastic.
Thank
I'll say
you.
that. Looks
Thank
wonderful.
you. Poncho
But is it comfortable?
Outdoors.com/dumbzone. These are the most comfortable shirts. Let me tell you something. I'm pitting out hard right now. You don't know.
I can't see that.
You can't see it. You can't see it because it's wick away, right? This is what I run my 40 in.
Button down.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of guys in Indy doing that this year, running their 40s in ponchos. It's got UPF 50 built in. So just go out there and cook.
Amazing.
No problem. PonchoOutdoors.com/dumbzone. There's 2 O's there. That'll get you $10 off your first order. I just went full Harbaugh closet and got 5 or 6 of them and just cut the other shirts out. They work well.
Yeah.
PonchoOutdoors.com/dumbzone. I want to hit a couple of quick sports stories, and then we can break and regroup. The Kyle Shanahan car crash.
I don't think I know much about it, man. I may have missed it. What's going on?
Okay, so apparently Kyle Shanahan was involved in a car crash, I believe on July 11th. And on Saturday, they reported for camp and they put out a statement saying that he was in a pretty serious car accident. Non-life-threatening injuries, but that he will not be with the team. Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't he have a tattoo that matches Chris Sims?
He does. And I think you're a Texas guy, right?
Yeah.
Then you're allowed to make that joke.
I hope it's okay.
It's not just him. Roderick Babers, yeah.
The
that is
injurious tattoo, yeah.
You do have to wonder, right?
Yeah.
If Chris Sims felt it too.
So we don't know what physically is wrong with non-life threatening, but this is a month later almost.
2-vehicle collision about 6:13 p.m. out in Palo Alto. He's messed up. Like broken ribs, broken nose, bumps and bruises, a concussion. He was in the hospital for some time. And the interim coach will be Chris Forrester.
All right.
Who used to be the offensive line coach for the Miami Dolphins. At one point in time, had a little bit of a drug problem.
Allegedly.
Well, it's not allegedly at all. We have a video of it we can watch if you want.
Grainy video.
Big grains phone. No, grains.
Both.
Yeah.
On the camera and the quality.
But this is a crazy story because the 49ers, I think, are in that group of teams that were like, just model franchise, right? There's about 7 to 10 of them, maybe 6 to 8 of them. But there's always something going on. Always. Mm-hmm. You hear a lot of rumors about Kyle Shanahan. Like when the Diana Rossini story was popping, there were a lot of people saying like, those are the group chats. The wives group chats are quite busy right now.
Really?
And it was like McVay, Shanahan. There were a lot of people intimating that that story had not just about her, just about reporters in general.
Yeah.
So who knows? But he's the other thing is they were able to keep this from being reported for like 12 days, which probably has something to do with the fact that ESPN has like a 10%.
Right.
The NFL Network owns 10% of ESPN. I mean, I don't care. It's not an Iran strike or a kidnapping of a world leader, but it is weird.
Right.
That this guy was in a car accident. I mean, the Romo thing was out that night. Romo got in a car accident. There's public record here. Like if somebody knew to look.
Right, but he wasn't arrested.
No, but if the cops respond to something, there's a record of it.
Yeah.
If they're responding and you got in a car accident and you're going to the hospital,
yeah,
there's a record.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's usually
weird.
services that are just searching for those sorts
Sure.
of names, right?
Any
Which
name.
means they
You
knew.
would think TMZ's all over something
Yeah.
like that.
TMZ, I'm surprised if they found out that they would not report it. But like this means clearly the people that cover the 49ers knew and just said, well, we won't say anything if you care.
Any return date? We're gonna get a wheelchair, full body, like what? We're gonna get something funny on the sidelines.
You would hope so.
At least a neck brace, please.
You would hope so. And then this is a wild one. The son of Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy
Saw that this morning.
has been arrested and charged with malicious wounding. Why do you guys always dress this up so much?
You guys.
Yeah, I'm not a criminal attorney.
Nobody is doing kind wounding. It's just the victim, his wife, the mom,
his mom, right?
the
Bieniemy's
son's mom.
Yeah.
No,
He
it's
shot his-
Eric Bieniemy's wife.
Yeah. So the kid shot his mom
Yeah,
maliciously.
maliciously. Now, I don't know if you know anything about the history of Eric Bieniemy. I mean, for a while, it seemed that the only thing you would hear attached to his name is some sort of he was like a talisman for black guys aren't getting hired in the NFL, right? Because he was thought to be the author of this great offense, at least in some way. And he just would interview and interview and interview and never get hired. So then that became sort of is it an interview thing? But if you look at just his like Wikipedia page, and people grow, obviously, but he's been involved in some Dommy V before. He's had some anger issues, bar fights, domestic violence. It's come up before. Man, the football coach son that's a volatile situation.
Can go
man.
assorted directions.
It's sad, but it's obviously, you hear Mike McDonald from the Seahawks talk about it. And he's like, I see my son, 30 minutes on Thursday, roughly. But
Where's Bieniemy now?
he's back to the Chiefs OC.
He is back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy Reid obviously has had
Yeah.
situations here. So as I saw this story in my group chat, we could put this into a top 10 list. Somebody replied, that Andy Reid's son coaching tree.
That's good.
would hate to be his enemy. That's just not good at all. And the detective said the son didn't interview well during the interrogation. Knew it was him right away. But there was like Tony Dungy's son. There's been a lot of them, dude. You got to think it's a job where there's just super high octane dudes who are not fathering all that much, and then snapping when they need to. Weird story. Let's see. What else did we want to do today? A couple things from the Rangers game real quick, and we'll take a break. Did you know you could DoorDash to your seat now?
No way, really?
Just DoorDash or just they deliver?
It's not DoorDash,
Yeah.
but it's.
No, that's great.
Order food straight to your seat.
I don't know what it costs, but it feels so up.
From every seat?
Probably not every.
That
but,
used to be kind of a
No, you can do it in the club level for a long time.
Right. Well, I didn't know that at Rangers, but you can do it. I mean, we had good seats, but not. I saw the advertisement. I don't think it's just like the very lowest level.
Did you do it?
No, but I saw everyone around me did, and I couldn't bring myself to
hit the QR code.
Like it just looks too.
That's how Alamo is now.
Really?
Like you don't see anybody when you go there.
Yeah.
There's no one at the ticket counter. You go in, you sit down, you have to scan an app. It basically checks you into your seat, and you order from the app.
I've got something that doesn't make sense to me. Why so I had to get my kids earplugs. When I got there, they were both like, fuck, it's loud. And they have like just the little squishy ones. They'll give you big over the ears ones if you want, but I didn't opt for that. But explain this one to me. Kevin's got kids. Why do we need a sensory room for the generation that I was led to believe was kind of born in the, like, everything's all the time sensory, they're used to it? Like, are they just, like, what are we saying here?
I think someone, when they were building the stadium, had a kid who needed that.
And then that's all it took. I'd love to know how often it gets used, because it's not like, I mean, it's a baseball stadium. Let's say they have one sensory room. So from most places, this is a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
Like, do you really think that the kid who needs a sensory room that we can be like, all right, well, let's just go from
all the way down
206 to 330.
We made it.
Yeah.
We made it. Okay.
All right, rest.
Shut that door.
It's just the concept of it doesn't.
And it's baseball.
What do you mean? It's already.
Oh no, too much hits, too many hits, too much action.
That's ridiculous. Yesterday was electric. The fact that the clock
Let me just
moves
watch
now,
this pitcher nibble.
Nora several times was like, "How do you like this?" All right.
The only one I've been to is at the Sphere, which seems to be a place where you might need a sensory room. That makes sense.
That makes more sense to me.
The girlfriend.
Jake, when you take your kids, do you do the first popcorn or then ice cream or then hot dog, then ice cream? It's kind of like a staggered thing.
Yeah.
3-course.
Yeah.
We did, but I actually think now I have a better approach if anybody would like to hear it. So my kids are about to be 8 and about to be 4. The about to be 4-year-old really wants to hit a baseball. He really wants to play on the playground. Playground ain't what it used to be, folks. It's different now. And from the start of the game to they probably opened it before, but to the 4th inning, you can only get up and do wiffle ball. It's on a playground, but the playground is closed, so you can wait in line. After that, it's open play. And if you go Sundays after the game, they'll let you run the bases. Okay? So from now on, I'm going to buy a cheap ticket. I'm going to go out there about the 3rd inning because he can handle 5 or 6 innings. I'm going to let him hit in the line. It'll switch over to the free play thing. We'll be able to make it to the end of the game and get on the field. And I'll probably only buy the ice cream because, like, that's what he wants at the end. So why don't we just – it fills you up.
Have you guys seen the home run dugout on the 3rd level? It's like a Top Golf, but for baseball.
Okay, then that's where we were.
Ball pops up.
Yes.
And you hit it into a screen. Is that where you were?
The further down, that's like 328. If you go further down, there's a full playground.
Yeah.
328 is sick too for bigger, maybe slightly bigger kids.
Yeah, you got to be a little older for that.
But that's the point is that now if you want to take your kid to the – I watched 2.5 innings in our seats.
Right, there's enough shit to do everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to stay, but it's like if you take your kids to the game, now we got to do all this other stuff. That's not really watching the game. But, whatever.
Did we win? Did our Fighting Rangers win?
No, but and they play today. They play in half an hour, but they did get the first 2 of the series.
Hallelujah.
Don't be whatever. All right. More next.
So it's time for a new vehicle. You can spend your Saturday at the dealership talking to Gary, or you can visit fairlease.org from the comfort of your home and shop for the vehicle you actually want. Gary's trying to find you something from his limited inventory. Fair Lease is focused on finding the vehicle that's right for you. Already know what you want? Great. If not, tell us what's important. Technology, safety, fuel economy, and we'll provide unbiased guidance on today's best lease vehicles. And unlike Gary, we won't pull your credit until you're ready to move forward. We'll even help coordinate test drives before making your final decision. Once a deal is done, we'll personally deliver your vehicle right to your home at no cost to you. That's the Fair Lease white glove experience. So it's up to you. Go to the dealership and buy for 40 or 50% more. I'm sure Gary will get you a deal. Or reach out to us. We'll do all the work and get the lowest haggle-free price. Experience the Fair Lease difference today.
Are you all in? We are with all-in pricing at Flooring Direct. I'm Rick Renner. Often other flooring companies quote you low to just get the job. And then when they tear up your floor, when you're most vulnerable, that's when they start asking for more money. We don't do that at Flooring Direct. No surprises. We know what it takes to have a perfect installation. That's why we're the highest rated company in your community for decades and running. Go to flooringdirect.dfw.com.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Quality Roofing, we've got drones.
Boy, they do. And they're going to take those drones, fly them up top, and get a good look at that roof and inspect it.
They will. I never knew that until you told me last week.
The whole lead up.
I was last week years old when you told me that Quality Roofing has drones. But, yes, apparently the insurance companies recommend you get your roof inspected twice a year. I think that's a little ridiculous. Let's at least make it once, though.
But the drone makes sense now, though, because if you're going to be going up there, once, twice a year,
Yeah.
you're going to need a drone for that.
QualisGC.com. They're great. They're great with listeners of our show. We've had, tons of people just come up to us and tell us how awesome the experience was with Qualis. I don't have to have anybody to tell me how awesome my experience was. They put a new roof on my house. I wasn't sure if I needed one. I knew that we haven't had a new roof in over a decade. And they went up there, inspected it, and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of hail damage here, man. So we'll take care of it. They took care of everything. They dealt with the insurance company for us. I didn't have to do all the calls on that end, and all we paid is the deductible. So Qualis Roofing, go to QualisGC.com. Do they have a number?
They do. The phone number is 817-500-9008, and all of those are interesting copy points. But there's one final one.
That's where he was leading you guys in it.
It doesn't matter.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Magnificent.
James Harden.
James Harden had his jersey number retired by a Houston strip club after he spent $1 million in one night.
Chuck Knobloch.
Chuck Knobloch once had the yips, threw a ball into the stands, and hit Keith Olbermann's mom in the face.
Do you like sports, entertainment, and obsessively noting the minor transgressions of famous people? You'd be at home with The Dumb Zone, weeknights at 9 on Fox 4 Plus.
We're going to throw a shot in us before we left.
Awesome, let's do it.
What do you think?
Couldn't hurt. Glutathione is great. Let's do some shots.
All right.
Shots.
Yeah.
Glutathione
shot. Take a shot.
Yeah.
So glutathione I recommend doing in the glute only because it's not as comfortable for the injection.
The glute?
Yes.
The butt?
Yes. We'll face my computer.
Is this going to hurt?
It's not going to be as comfortable. Glutathione is kept cold in the fridge, and I think it is a little spicy, just from personal experience.
So you've had this?
I have had this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hear that bell just rang out there.
All done.
Do I have to pull it up now?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
I believe in the future, but not today.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm so detoxed.
Do you have any questions for me?
Quick one. Do you smoke cigarettes?
No.
Okay.
Rachel, by the way, is in studio here, and during the break, did the worst thing she could ever do, which was tell us how, you know what, I should have jumped in on that Trident spot you guys did before, because I just had him out. Like, what are you doing? That's
not
great.
everybody's
That's the best endorsement ever.
Most
That's why
people
y'all
are
are
not.
the professionals.
Most people are not pros.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever talked into a mic.
I know that's not true. So tell us about Trident real quick. Why did they come out to your place?
So Jeremy came. So of course I listened to the Dumb Zone, and I sent him a text message and said, "Hey, I bought a house, and I would like y'all to come and try to fix. I think it's off the tracks. There's an issue." And they came out and actually quoted out a new door, and it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's incredible." I ended up with a really beautiful door, and it's insulated. So the custom garage that I'm putting in will actually be protected. And we got the new motor and everything. It connects to the Wi-Fi. It's incredible. And it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. And I've actually referred them, because of what I do for a living, to several of our clients that when they are buying a house and they bought a house, they were like, "Oh, this garage is just trash." And I was like, something that will pay for itself many, many times over is a brand new garage door and a new motor. It hooks up to the Wi-Fi. So if you leave the house, you can close it. And I'm so glad that we did it. It's incredible. So that's my little piece there. So thank you, Trident. Y'all did an incredible job.
Is somebody in there? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Can you get out for me?
I'm hurting. Let me get my phone. I gotta call somebody.
All right. Yeah, we're calling Eliana.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
This is the best time to get your pool cleaned. It's spring. Everybody's getting ready to jump in the pool. I'm sure you guys did some of that this weekend.
I've only had one cleaning done, so this is all I can speak to. But I will tell you that no BS. My wife came home and said, this is the cleanest our pool has ever been. And we had a guy, and it's about the same price. I thought he was doing an okay job, but I don't know him at all. I mean, whatever, it's just a guy. I'm sure he's a fine guy, but whatever you guys did, it definitely was noticeable, like very noticeable.
Well, I heard there was problems with your filter you didn't even know about.
We might have had a little bit of a Dan previous roofing company or whatever, because they had left some stuff that was a real problem.
No,
they were just kind of ignoring.
No, I saw your guy noticed it. I was at Jake's house too. Out of the spigot or whatever,
like shooting stuff back out into my pool.
Yeah, it was shooting like the leaves back into the pool.
Yep.
So I was like, wait, we just vacuumed this out, and now it shoots it right back in. So it was like, obviously there was a hole in the system, but
he took care of it.
Your old guy did not notice that, and these guys noticed it right away. Same thing.
Shout out Thomas.
My wife usually does the cleaning and stuff, and she, our other pool company, our old one, because we now signed up with Puddle Pools, puddlepools.com/
dumbzone.
Dumbzone. Okay, my bad.
That's all good.
I think I erroneously said that earlier then. That's way better. Puddlepools.com/ dumbzone.
You like sports, but also humor and local news? Well, then try The Dumb Zone. DZTV. Weeknights at 9, right here on Fox 4 Plus. So what do you think, dude? I made a promo for our show. What do I think? I'll tell you what I think.
In the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone.
The Dumb Zone. Right now at Joseph A. Bank. Buy any sport coat at regular price and get a second of equal or lesser value for 40% off. Your marriage may be falling apart, but that doesn't mean your appearance has to. Because right now at Joseph A. Bank, you can buy 2 pairs of dress pants and get a third 60% off. Receive mid-morning fellatio from your secretary in our relaxed fit cotton twill dress pants. You'll look good and feel good as you manage your guilt at Joseph A. Bank. You'll be the most well-dressed man in the waiting room at Planned Parenthood as you treat your mistress to an afternoon out. At Joseph A. Bank, it's about the finer things in life.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
I don't know. But I do know that all of this is only possible because of Game Day Men's Health. We're coming to you live today from the Game Day Men's Health studio in downtown Dallas. And somewhere along I was thinking about Game Day Men's Health the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking somewhere along the line, I just became accepting of taking medication.
Right.
Like, I think I grew up in an environment where it was like, no, we're not doing like mood, like anything for depression, anxiety, ADHD, whatever. And at some point I was like, yeah, why don't I got one life. I'm going to try to feel good.
Sure.
Now you want to like still be able to feel things, I would imagine, right? You want
some.
Some.
I'll take
But why pick all of it when you can pick just the good ones? So to me, it's like, yeah, once you are like, I'm going to use some chemicals to try to maximize the life here.
I want in.
TRT was the start for me. Went in and got my levels checked. They were a little bit low. And then from there, I've done a couple rounds of peptides, which for me, like, I can't stop injuring myself. Mike knows that I have a addiction to playing bad flag football.
Yeah.
And I'm getting by just fine. I feel good. Because I have the Wolverine stack peptides, bro.
Okay, I want to know what that is.
I didn't know what it was because I'm more of a Marvel guy.
Right.
But I had to look it up, and apparently Wolverine recovers hella fast.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where I'm at, bro. Wolverining. GameDay.dumbzone.com. They got
game day.
12 locations here locally. So do you just like you? If they're in the mix with 2 weeks left in the season, are you into the Rangers?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Or does it have to be playoffs?
Pretty much playoffs.
Because I could sell you on the playoffs starting right now, and there being like at least 2 months to get you to football here.
No, I'm in a baseball lull that I've never felt for 30 years.
Well,
I know nothing.
That's good because I have some news for you. There's an exciting new partner the Rangers have called Buzzer. And
I'm aware of that. Yeah, dude, I don't know.
It sucks, right? It sucks.
Like, do you have to go to to watch a Ranger game? Don't
ask me. I'm not
Buzzer.
Not only Buzzer.
Well,
app.
I'm not doing that.
A guy hit me up this weekend, and the subject line was, "Am I taking Rangers crazy pills?" Because he uses DirecTV Stream.
You know, it's not tough.
Not tough at all. Excellent work, Blake. He says it's just like YouTube TV for smart TVs, phone apps. I personally really like the interface of YouTube TV for the show, so I would have to have that no matter what. But also, we spend money on the show, so. But maybe for other people, DirecTV Stream is your option, if that's something you're into. It says it's about the old same price as YouTube TV. But yeah, Buzzer would be your option. Let's see here. Blake, do you have any football stuff you'd like to get into at all?
I do. I've got some Cam Ward stuff from Quarterback.
That's a show I feel like you'd like.
I watched the first season, and then I tried to watch Wide Receiver, and I didn't like it.
Same. It's back.
Is it?
Because they got Baker.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty good.
Flacco.
Really?
Hey, they got me a core. Flacco's great, dude. He's just all. And it's the season where he's going from, I'm in Cleveland again. Now they traded me to the Bengals.
Yeah.
It's great.
I will do that.
Baker's talking shit the whole time. Good watch. Quick watch.
Yeah. Jaden Daniels not entertaining at all.
No, you don't want that.
I thoroughly enjoyed any time the camera was on Cam Ward.
We're on the Cam Ward hype train.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in a tough situation. He was handed a crappy coach and not a lot of talent offensively, but I don't know. I think he might turn into something. He's just a very likable guy. He's got nothing going on at home. I think I told you, he's really into Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's his...
Skins.
He'll light a candle and play GTA. Like, that's what he does.
Okay, I like that.
So, and then he took these kids on a Christmas shopping spree, and he was really funny with the kids. Like, one kid asked for a PS5. He's like, no.
no, take it.
Why don't you go get another toy
Yeah.
or something? And I don't know, he's light. And he talks about something that I think I would do a lot with the tablet that the NFL gives you. He talks about how many he's broken during the season, because it'd be real easy. Like, if you're that high strung and emotional and you threw and you just.
Yeah, I'd be running through them.
Yeah, so is he.
What? I give you 3. No, I say 3 to 5.
So they're guessing how many he's broken this season. And they're about halfway through the year.
No more than 5.
Bump that shit up, buddy.
For real?
Yeah. Really every game.
Fuck ass field goals, bro.
Now whether it cracks or not, 7 times. Not going for 8 this week. I'm gonna try to wait to Cleveland week to go for 8. I swear, breaking that shit locks you in. Like, you get the rage out, you don't take it out on a fan, you don't take it out on nobody else but the iPad.
Yeah, I totally accept that. And I would tell him, and because of my guilt, I would tell him, write it into the deal, take $100,000 of my money. And just don't make me feel bad about this. Because, as I've said before, I think it's crazy they talk to the media afterward. This is the closest thing we have to like the Roman Colosseum. And yeah, they don't die. They get paid a lot of money, but we still are asking them to turn it up to 11 and fucking nuke another guy. And then like we hand them like an Amazon Kindle and we're like, look it over.
They usually spend enough on the like protective rubber, like
the
blue,
toddler
like
rubber.
they spend as much. Is that what it is?
Huge.
Like they all have the big rubber grips. Like, please give this one a chance.
And also, how many jobs?
Shattered.
How many jobs? Not only do you have to talk to the media afterward, that probably sucks. It's right afterward. Your levels or your cortisol spike.
Mm-hmm.
We should bring that back. Oh, dude, what's your cortisol spiking over there? Major cortisol spike. But to be showed you fucking up. Sorry, I'm over cursing. Right afterward, you're going to be like, no.
Yeah.
No. Like at any other job, you'd be like, son of a bitch. And just you'd slam it.
He's got me back into saying ass.
Oh, that's ass.
Like we're ass. He's just, I don't know. How was your performance tonight? It was ass.
I think he said that during the year. He was like, honestly, we're 0-4. We're effing ass
We're
right
ass.
now.
Yeah, he did it on the podium.
Yeah.
This was a funny bit to me. I always think I have a list of Dan and Jake wants. I would like to do a taste test. I love when they like block off, like you got a Dr. Pepper, Coke, Pepsi. I could tell you a difference.
Uh-oh.
For sure.
Me and Mike have a history
Somebody
with this.
else. I've heard some bold claims on this front.
Mike
What was this?
called my bluff on a Gatorade test once, probably 10 years ago on the morning fill-in.
Yeah.
run.
He claimed he could do every Gatorade.
That's the cut
test.
I have.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I heard,
shit.
I've seen it.
Because I think his guesses are just too far apart. Like you think, okay, this is leaning more towards like a red, a blue, a purple,
Oh,
but
please,
not. Okay,
go.
so here's the
Got some Gatorade talk?
gives him a bottle.
Need one. This is great. No.
Not great.
I think that's what you said last time.
Takes another sip.
It's orange. No.
Not orange.
The fuck? It's blue. Appreciate it. You're welcome, Cameron.
How does he go from purple to orange? Like those are two different ends of the spectrum here.
They are. You'd think someone would make a claim that they could do this sort of thing.
And see, Mike is playing it fast and loose with this now. I was misled a little bit, and I also failed. But I don't think I would bomb. Like, if you put grape, orange, red fruit punch in front of me, I think I just don't see any way I don't nail that.
The way I remember it, and you're right, it's been a long time.
Lemon lime I bombed, which was bad.
I think the first one we gave you was OG lemon
Yellow.
lime, and I think you guessed fruit punch.
Oh, no.
There's no way.
And
But it doesn't matter.
There's a chance that I just, in
We'll
my
run
head.
it back. It was bad, but I'd love to know. I'd love to know. And part of the problem is, like, the best Gatorade flavors, in my humble opinion, are not the primaries.
Really?
I like lemon lime. Like I like lemon, but for a while they made lemon lime. It was lighter, it was clear, and it had a lime component to it.
Really?
My favorite blue is the glacier one.
Yeah.
And then for a while, I was a big cucumber pepino guy over ice. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Did they still do citrus cooler? Because that's the one that came out, and that was Mike's favorite, like Michael Jordan's favorite, but they did write Mike's favorite all over it. So then that
I've seen this
that
before.
led my hand to selecting it, and it did turn into my favorite, but I don't know if that was by choice or by labeling.
Well, we could take a run at it if you want, Blake.
I'd love to.
Call my bluff.
Yeah, I just think his palate is off. But he's like, this is what you get the entire show. It's just
Orange. No. The fuck?
He's so funny. Let me one last thing.
Okay.
He is. So whenever he makes a good throw, he'll say to himself, "seed."
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like anytime he's in practice. I don't think he does it during the games, but you'll hear the seed. He'll just like
Rice. You know, it's not a cloud in the sky today. You know what that means?
Time for some seeds.
Some seeds. Some seeds.
I truly, deep down, believe he is a special talent throwing the football.
Back shoulder. Seed. Seed.
I think that the long-term hopes
Seed.
are very bright because of that player alone.
Great edit.
Seed. Seeds all three. 1, 2, 3. Seed.
Then he the breakout is funny, but then he explains it.
Seed. Seeds all three. 1, 2, 3. Seeds.
And what's a seed?
A dot. Right to his fucking face.
That's the funnest job in the world.
I feel like he's got some mica to him. Just the way he sounds and just the weirdness, but smart. And
God, he's great.
Yeah.
You'd like it.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm in. I'll get on.
I'd like to tell you about our good friends at Fair Lease, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I told you before we have a remote in September, big football kickoff party there, which makes sense because Fair Lease recently hooked up, you guessed it, our friend Brandon Aubrey. The Fair Lease Dumb Zone hotline is 972-705-4815. Puddle Pools, Community Mechanical, they've gotten vehicles from Fair Lease. Julie's got a vehicle from Fair Lease. I am positive my next one will be there. Fairlease.org is also a website where you can start that process, get the quote right there online. They could bring a car to you. They could bring a car to your enemy's home. They could bring a car to wherever you want. Fairlease.org. Credit Union of Texas is the affiliation you need to know about. That means they can give you a great rate, and they're looking out for you, the community. 972-705-4815. Ask for Connor or Nick.
Fair Lease when you don't know what to do about a car. 'Cause car stuff is hard. But not with Fair Lease. You don't need a dealership, baby.
A couple of quick sports notes from me here. Did you see that the North Carolina football program has placed their general manager on leave? Their general manager, Michael Lombardi, the longtime confidant of one Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
They provided no details, no further comment publicly. He was making about $1.5 million a year, immediately becoming the highest paid general manager in college football. And they all, I mean, that seemed at the time when they announced this, like, oh, they're going to be the 33rd team, NFL. And since then, they've just been pretty much a
He's
disaster.
still there, right, Belichick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird that my buddy Manny, is the coach of Duke. And I think we talked about it before. It's like they play and, I don't know, just having a friend of yours, like, go shake hands with Bill Belichick right after the game. Good battle, coach. I like what you're doing. Whatever the general.
Well, they opened the season in Ireland
this year.
North Carolina, TCU.
Started out super positive last year. I think they scored a touchdown on the opening drive against TCU.
What was their record, you know? They were terrible.
They ended up losing that game 48-14.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I did end up getting a couple covers from them late as people started really, really bailing on them in some event contracts. And then my other quick note, I'm not really interested in discussing like trans sports issues at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it occurs to me that like Sophie Cunningham of the WNBA has decided, I mean, she was probably asked about it. It was an ESPN, the magazine interview, and she offered her pretty tepid, like likely in line with about 70% of the country thoughts, which are not really all that nuanced, right? But it's just, I don't think so. I don't think they should be playing. It's weird. And again, without really like arguing about that point too much, I saw a tweet over the weekend that really made me think. You will often see people shit on women's sports by being like, yeah, well, how about this U14 men's team that could beat them? I know it's not really just about the trans thing, but it's you'll see people like devalue. Like, we never say that about weight classes in fighting, right? Like, so it's obvious that Floyd Mayweather is a better fighter than like Tank Abbott or Butterbean, but they would destroy him. Like, they would kill him,
right?
You know, or whatever. Any big guy,
sure,
any big fighter ever would beat the brakes off of the greatest fighters of all time, save for like, you know, your heavyweights.
Yeah.
And even the heavyweights, if you really wanted to boil it down and be like, just put these guys in here and see who can beat the shit out of each other, they would lose to a bigger guy. But it never makes you think that they're less than.
That's true.
In women's sports, because I have a whole other theory on, I smoke too much now, but I write it all down. The fields don't change size. This has been my point for a long time. There used to be a guy named Smart Football on Twitter, Chris Brown. He was like one of the first football bloggers who taught us all like X's and O's and stuff. Especially if you didn't play in college. his point, there was an article in Wired that was like, what will this be like in 30 years? And his point on football was they're going to have to make the field bigger because everyone is continuing to get, even though it's smaller, like bigger, faster, stronger, the field is basically a cage. So if you think about this in terms of women's sports, I think every athlete is getting bigger, faster, and stronger, but the fields are staying the same size. So yes, I think men are getting like 1% bigger, faster, stronger, but women have more room to catch up with training and with nutrition and just general talent and skill. So I think like it jumps out at me more now when I watch women's sports. I'm like, they're a lot better than they used to be, like a lot better. Whereas I feel like 20 years ago, if I watched pro sports, I'd still be like, these guys are like, it just looks to me, it looks like they've come a long way. And I will try to say, yeah, I actually kind of enjoy this now. And someone will say, yeah, but a group of 15-year-olds would kill them.
Thump them.
Yeah, but I don't really feel like that. And it never occurred to me until the weight class and boxing thing, because a bigger guy will just beat a smaller guy most of the time.
I think that's an interesting comparison, the weight class thing, because you're right. You never think about it when you're watching a middleweight bout.
It's just guys
thinking about
awesome.
There's a ton of guys that could kick these guys' ass.
Right, maybe guys in the crowd.
Yeah.
Some of them, you know. So anyways, that was a thought I had that I wanted to share with the class. Would you like to do some news, Blake?
Yeah.
Let's do some news. I'm going to make this brought to you by our good friends, my good friends over at Braintopia. Braintopia is a neurofeedback center. And I started going there and taking my daughter there, who is autistic, probably ADHD. She's got some stuff going on. And it's they do a brain map for you, which they'll give Dumb Zone listeners 25% off that. If you're not interested in the treatments, even just getting the brain map for diagnosing things like ADHD, sleep issues, anxiety, PTSD, there are things they can help you with. And then if you actually decide to do the treatments, you sit there, you watch TV for half an hour. So if it's something you want to get your kid into, it's literally as easy as they sit there, watch their favorite show for half an hour, and they're receiving the neural feedback that can modify their behavior. It's braintopiacenters.com. I also did it. So if you want to try to surreptitiously learn stand-up comedy for a few months and not tell anyone, Braintopia helped me do that.
Yeah.
Give it a run. Let's do some news.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
Can they blank out your brain if you have a bad comedy set and you want to forget about it?
That's a really good question.
Because we need that. Also, do you think they can just stare at your brain and tell if you're horny?
I've tried.
Like, can you just...
I think they can see that you're, like, responding to...
in a weird way?
Yeah.
Braintopia.
Yeah. You at least got to go get yourself get a brain... I want Dan to do the brain map just so we can laugh at...
Dead zones?
Oh, geography's not hidden.
Yeah, there's a geography cortex.
Are you asking to see if they can get to the bottom of why you're into feet or something?
Okay, that'd be kind of funny, though. They just show feet, yeah.
Which Micah has got to settle down.
No, he doesn't. He's
Yes, he
having fun
does.
with
Is he
it.
on foot patrol?
Yeah, one of these fake graphics was like, oh, Micah Parsons has a foot fetish. And he quote tweeted it and said facts.
I love it.
A few things here. What do we want to start with? I'm going to go with this one. In Austin, we have a new startup, no way, that is using artificial intelligence, no way, but in an unexpected place. This is founded by a UT graduate student. The company's called Throne.
All right.
And it is a device that clips onto a toilet
yeah.
to track your gut health, as well as your hydration and prostate health using a camera, microphone. I don't know the microphone. That would imply that there are doctors out there that can hear the whistle of your butthole,
right,
and how you're farting, and be like, danger zone.
No,
Let's keep an eye on that.
Too fast.
You strained too hard on that last one.
Right.
What a vindication for our toilet cam forefathers of the 80s and 90s.
The pervs?
See?
It's very Sirois Industries because he said that he's worked in startup for years, and he's been approached a lot for the idea of like a smart toilet. And that's what they're aiming for, right?
Like actually checking it. I mean, hell, I've done Cologuard,
You poop in the box?
I did it once. That's a traumatic afternoon.
Okay, let's.
Well, because I didn't want to. I don't care about the thing. I've had the thing, but I don't
finger.
I don't. If there's another option that's equal, and
Game Day Men's Health in the future, if you're interested, we'll do it for a blood test.
Okay, yeah. So I want to get ahead of it.
Then you don't have to poop in a box.
Dude, it was really. There's like a little. Clearly a box and like a plastic kind of a ring that you put over the box and you hang it in your toilet. Yeah. And I don't want to be very gross, but I remember I was like, I got to focus on this. Like I passed the line comfortably.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, you got to scoop some of it out.
Massive.
You're doing marble slab scoops up
the top, and then work the corners of the top of the box.
Squeezes out the side.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I didn't like any of it.
What do you? And then you take it to the post
you take
office?
I use either UPS, like one of those just drop off, and they know, everyone knows. Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
that smell's not staying in there.
That's what I was going to ask, because we had a fellow Air Force veteran on the show.
Yeah.
On Friday. Was it Friday?
Yep.
And he's he's about, I think he's 37, 38. He's actively flying.
Oh, I watched. Yeah.
F-18, and he gave us a bag that you pee in.
Yeah, that's right. He said
and
that.
it has dust in it that congeals the pee and kills the smell at the same time.
Really? None of that in this.
Well, I don't know how you'd even begin to. Well, you could have some smell.
Yeah. I remember once it was sealed, and I don't remember. It was maybe a higher quality, like with clasps on the top, and there may have been some tape or something else involved, but
Oh, in the Ziploc freezer bag?
No. Traumatic, but results came back okay. So anyway, I do think a AI toilet that's like measuring, hell yes, that seems to make a lot of sense.
Okay, I stopped now while I'm behind, but I was watching, despite the fact that he makes me kind of physically upset, he is the richest man in the world. And Elon recently did about an 80-minute interview with The Economist. This British lady, you might have seen clips of it. She's castigating him, whatever, chastising. And I don't know that these guys are right. I try not to listen to TC's alarmism of this is our last year. But you listen to Elon talking, unless like he's way off base, like things are about to change significantly. There's no analogy for what 2030 is going to be like, right? This is how he talks. I truly believe, like right now, I use AI for a bunch of stuff that's not really solving problems that are that important. They have to figure, what is the one thing every day that you're like, what if I just didn't have to do that?
Go to the bathroom? Is that
what if somehow you just don't have to take a shit ever again?
I'm curious what.
Because he's literally talking like you're not going to recognize life. You will have everything you want all the time, anytime you need it. You won't have a job unless you want to work. Money won't exist because you won't need it. Your life will be nothing but comfort and luxury. Okay. Well, somewhere in that process, one of the only things every day that I do that I'm like, it's gross. Let's figure it out.
Are we still eating?
Yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, I'm a simple
figure it out
Neanderthal here.
Or
but
perhaps you just sit down and it's just gone, right? Like somehow the toilet is advanced. You're not wiping. You're not even really seeing it. You just sit down and the waste is gone from your body. Just gone. Figure it out.
I'm trying.
Well, I'm not asking you to do
New
it.
segment. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Tony Romo has withdrawn from this weekend's 56th M&P Group Texas State Open Golf Tournament. That would have been at Cascades Country Club. There was a Q&A scheduled for today. The email from PR says, although we're disappointed he won't be joining us, we're still looking forward to an exciting week of competitive golf. Of course, Tony Romo was we think arrested and released on Friday in Milwaukee. This is a first offense DUI type charge. So that was, I want to say, after the final round of the tournament he was playing in.
Yeah.
On July 22nd, There is video of him at the golf course, and I've seen my brother do this 100 times. So what we have is Romo out at the course the day before. This is probably 6 p.m. in the evening, just holding a football, kind of teaching sort of quarterback mechanics to a little kid, but he also looks blasted. He's just kind of teaching, but not really teaching.
He doesn't look blasted. I wouldn't say that from looking at that.
You think that's confirmation bias?
Yeah.
But do you think being a guy who gets out on the cart path and holds a football and starts illustrating drops like that is a thing a drunk guy does?
A normal guy, absolutely. If it's only Romo, it's something you have to build in when there's a kid and pass a little wisdom on, defending him a little bit.
You still got it.
That's probably easy to do since he didn't kill or maim anyone.
Yeah.
But of course, this goes differently, and he's getting fired as tight ends coach from the Commanders.
What mugshot grade are you guys awarding him?
That's
Pretty
a
good?
10 of 10 is what that is.
Do you guys have a mugshot strategy in your back pocket if and when?
You gotta adjust it for the crime.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
If you're running a script,
yes.
you're gonna end up running into defenders you're not wanting to see.
Yeah, you're right. It's got to be a sliding scale.
This is a golf course, Wisconsin DWI photo.
Yeah,
Like, what the
not a
fuck?
huge deal.
Come on.
Yeah, but
Legal in 38.
If he killed somebody, you can't do that.
You can't do that. You have to, and then trumping it is an option. Just looking hard as possible, and then a minor, the corner of your mouth smile of like, all right, I know, just a 10% smile.
Knowing that all your friends are going to see this.
Right, and knowing you're right. No one died here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they got me. Can you get away with a wink in a mugshot?
Yeah, probably not.
Mm-mm.
Probably not.
Have you ever had? I've had one.
I think I've had two. I've been arrested twice.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Twice
know.
and once, but once in America. I don't know if you can find it.
I've tried very hard. I'm sure if someone would like to take a run at it, go for it.
Because unless you're famous, you never get to really see your work. See
I know
how you did.
Yeah, that's a really good point actually. Austin FC, Verde. They have an academy, like most of the MLS teams do, and they are under investigation by the FBI. This deals with their 5 teams spanning U13 to U18. And this is exactly what you think it is. It is allegations of sexual abuse within the academy. We have some hazing here. Youth on youth misconduct. That's got to be the biggest worry I was thinking about that the other night because my wife was telling me she went to her 20th high school reunion.
You didn't?
No. We had the show, and then when it was over, I hung out with I wanted to pretend to be a comedian, so I hung out with the other comedians afterwards
Just
for a little while.
laughing in the back.
And another guy, I think his name might have been Tanner, but he was super hyped to get to meet Blake. He was like, "Can I go over to him?" I swear to God.
No, heavens,
Hunter.
no, you can't.
Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, you can, dude. He's really, he loves when people do that."
Very grounded.
But no, after that, I did the "Do you want me to come out? I will," and she left that on red for a very long time until she could be like, "Nah, it's probably too late."
Shit.
And I was like, "That's how I didn't." No harm, no foul. But she was telling me about some friends of hers that have foreign exchange students, and I was just thinking about that's insane. And I think I would probably be too scared to let my kid do it. But it has to also be just an incredible, you're almost stamped. You're going to be a well-adjusted human if you do this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my studying abroad, even in 3 months in college, helped a lot. But if you go over somewhere when you're 12, you're going to get life skills but at the same time, very unlikely that my child ends up involved in a cloistered ritual hazing thing at the high school. It happens, but it happens way less. But if you send them, you're Luca's mom, and you're like, all right, let's leave Ljubljana and go to Madrid at 12. That's crazy. And I just don't know if I could ever pull the trigger.
You did it in college?
Yeah.
I think college might be the sweet spot for that, right? Not that young. 12 seems. But I agree with you, man. Experiences like that exponentially more. Any 12-year-old who went 3 months anywhere remembers that 3 months, and it was more formative than full grades of school that you don't even remember.
Maybe a year of high school would be cool. Like, I knew people that did that. Dude, I was talking to a listener the other day. I'll occasionally just comb, like, DMs for shit I missed. And this guy was, months ago, was telling me, he's a white dude, and he was telling me that he had 2 adopted sons, one from Ethiopia and one from Congo. And he initially started DMing me when he was like, hey, my son plays very high level basketball, and he's like 13, 8th grade. Top 10 player in DFW, top 100 for the nation.
Jackpot.
And he emailed me, dude, that's why that's kind of what this is. He DM'd me, he was like, they want him to reclassify so he can go earlier, but he's like really smart. So we're not doing it, right? So I DM'd him back. I'm like, this is crazy. And he just said, his parents, we never, ever thought we'd be in the world of high-end youth basketball.
Well.
Like, just imagine. I mean, they're coming from a place, but, or maybe, he's saying that, but he actually had a full scouting report with synergy stats and percentiles of open
DNA
floor.
report.
Right.
Yeah.
So I hit him back, and I'm like, dude, I was just going back through old emails. Can I read this online on the show? Can I read your kid's name and stuff? He got back to me. He's like, yeah, his name is Yo-Yo Yusuf. He's like, here's his Twitter account. We had to create that after I took him to one football camp at Tech, and they offered him.
Jesus.
He was like, he put on a helmet, like lined up at receiver, and went through like a day of camp, and they were like, okay, we'd like a word on this. He's like, so now he plays football, and football happens on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like recruiting and all that. So, yeah.
That's wild.
He said he saw Blake and Murphy a few weeks ago. He said Yo's basketball team was playing in a tournament that day, and we've been talking about this. $25 a day or $45 for the weekend pass to watch your kid play. Jesus. He said that's very normal.
Come say hi.
Look for him at the top of the draft.
Yeah, really.
At some point. And it's weird, too, because Seth sent me a video of him on the sideline running up and down at one of the Yo's games, and he's just going cha-ching, cha-ching.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. He's Manziel.
That's actually from an old SNL sketch about Tiger Woods, dude. I think of it all the time, dude. Tiger was Tim Meadows. Tracy Morgan was Earl.
Yeah.
And they're doing, like, the Masters, like, that day on 18, and he's like, I found it a little bit tough to focus with my dad making a cash register. And Tracy Morgan's like, hell yeah. Let's see here. Did you missed did people where you grow up get really into fishing? Like, did you just fully miss being fisherman guy?
No, I mean a lot of it.
You did a lot of it?
I did a lot of it. And
I just have never in your adult, I've known you for almost 20 years. I've never heard you be like, yeah, we're going to go fishing.
I don't like fishing now, actually. But if I go to like the Keys now or even Sarasota, maybe you'll do I just don't like go drop a line in a creek or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take the boat out and we're basically pulling them in every 10 seconds and there's bull sharks swimming around and it's like a little more high octane, I like that. But
interesting.
I don't find peace in fishing, which I understand many do, but I don't look at it as a viable recreational thing that I'm want to spend any time doing.
Anytime we bring it up, a couple listeners will hit me up and be like, dude, just come out with me one Saturday morning. I do these, even tournaments are like, it's fun.
I bet a tournament would be cool. That's fun.
It could be, unless you're this guy Saturday at Lake Tawakoni, and you're not embarrassing yourself at the ballet contest. You're at a fishing tournament. It's like dudes who are manly. The guy had to be rescued from Lake Tawakoni Saturday after he was in the water for more than 3 hours. And they get him on the boat. His face is all jacked up. They take him. I would so quickly be like, do not tell anyone about this.
What happened? He fell off?
He fell off. Yeah, and he was out there he hit a stump.
Oh, while he was, okay.
Yeah. So that, like, they say that that having a life jacket and the engine cutoff switch saved his life.
Right.
But, what are they going to say? But I think you would have to try to strike a deal of like, dude, this is not going to go well on Reddit on fishing
r/fish
Tawakoni. So they spotted the man through knocks and pulled him to safety. Thank you, Clayton. TC, the boy, I was with a lot of guys who have owned binoculars on that Seattle-Portland trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Bird watching or?
I don't even really know. There's just something about living out there that they're like, I guess I need an expensive pair of binoculars and camera.
Do you not own binoculars?
No.
I own binoculars.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
cool.
binoculars at sporting event is a dying or dead art, but it used to be almost standard. Yeah,
I mean,
binoculars at a football game. Like, do you ever think about that if you go to a Cowboy game?
I mean, I didn't have to think about it because my dad or my dad's friend always had them.
Yeah, my grandpa had them.
Yeah, but now do you ever?
No, because
see
very
that
rarely. You
I
see
guess
olds.
we have the biggest screen on fucking
That's
planet
what it is.
Earth.
It's that you don't need it because of the screen.
My favorite are the guys at the golf tournament with the little mirror lens where they can see up over everybody.
Oh, the box?
Yeah. Or they even have them like now where it's like a little tube and
Oh,
they can
yeah.
just look through one eye.
The box is amazing. You look over the crowd, just a double mirror. Hell, I would bring binoculars to like a Mavs game. Like it's
fun. Jesus,
like
dude.
I should
90.
Dude, you can look. You can see. Shit that you can't see.
Now, would you accept
binoculars?
That hottie.
Sirois Industries.
Sirois for binoculars.
Sirois Industries presents binoculars.
Now, maybe this is, and I don't love it. I think I'll probably be quite the Luddite on wearable. Like, I'm not putting those glasses on, the Meta. But you could see a world where you go to a Mavs game and you just like say, let's just put these on plus 100
Enhance?
or 100X.
That's one that I think I'd be down for.
I'm a sucker for that kind of sports content, though. The quarterback playing flag football in meta glasses, the guy playing pickup in meta glasses.
Dude,
I'm watching this guy.
Tech put a video out recently of like their quarterback cam in camp, and I wanted us to just watch it on the show, but I don't know if it might get dinged. But I just don't think people know. I think running back and quarterback cam, people just have
running back cam.
no idea.
If they figure out how to make the camera perfect.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not quite perfect, but when you're out at Cosm, if you sit in the right spot, you feel like you are watching the A, B, and C gaps like they're right in front of you.
Yeah.
So you know, helmet might even, like being in the helmet almost might be too disorienting. Being able to see the back like as they're reading the stuff, it's crazy.
World Cup had the refs.
That was awesome.
I'm like, that
Dude.
kind of works for a replay. Another angle of a goal or a foul. I thought
Bring
that
up. So I'm not gonna force my kids to play sports, but I necessarily, but I will force her to like train to be good at them. So like we're going to a soccer like skill class. Either if you don't want to play, we won't play.
All right.
She's like, all right, then I'll play. And I'm like, all right. What is one way that I fell in love with sports? Big part of it when I was growing up was video games. And it also, I think, helped me. I know this might sound crazy, but like understand, I was an addict. However much had to be in like the top 5 percentile at that age for just Madden, NCAA, MLB. It's all I did. And I took it as literally seriously as possible, drawing my own plays. I'm making her play FIFA. I was like, you got to play 1 10-minute game of FIFA every day until soccer starts, like in a month. And
So
she's
she
like,
is lined up to play soccer, but it's still her.
She's played a few seasons, but
it's
I'm the
always
coach.
her choice if she wants to continue or whatever.
So far it has been, but we're getting to a point where she's like, why do I have to do this? And I'm like, well, you don't really have to play sports, but you're going to have to train to be good at them. Because you're not going to get embarrassed if they make you do something.
No,
you're
that's
going to be
good.
You're
Yeah,
going to have
gonna be
figured
all
out
right.
how to work out.
Yeah.
Right? She goes in exercise class. They teach you how to work out.
That's good.
But my point is, I think playing a sports video game conceptually teaches you about it in a way that makes it so much easier to enjoy it when you're out there.
Yeah.
Like we never played any sport without having played it on video games almost.
Yeah.
I was the kid that made decisions on whether to accept or decline a penalty because I played Madden as a kid.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he knows.
Yeah, just whatever. You don't run me, ask me, you run back because it's Pee-wee or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, what? Oh, is it third down?
Is it
Okay.
better to take this or
Decline
not?
it. Make them
Like
punt.
I think me playing quarterback as a kid was because I played so much Madden.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was like a slightly above intelligence and could remember things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it wasn't because I was throwing. Wild story from the internet. We have an influencer, or had, named Sarah Gilson. And she posted on social media back on July 11th. She had more than 30,000 followers, and she at that point accused her then boyfriend, Jeremy Duffy, of pedophilia. She said, I guess actually they're married. She posted, preparing for when Netflix drops a documentary about my soon-to-be ex-husband who I just found out is a pedophile.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, he then murdered her the next day. Yeah.
And himself?
Yes. Yeah. So back on like June 9th, a girl and parent told police that the husband, who coached the girls' traveling basketball team, had touched her during an event at an elementary school. Another team coach saw it, reported it, etc. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Well, I just think it's.
I saw that. It's insane. I saw the pictures of them.
Well, I think it's probably just kind of it's not surprising, and it will continue to happen more, but we're kind of at the beginning of this new era of here's a person who's not really famous for any other reason than they made themselves famous, which is good for, but they've done it talking about their life, and now here's something that's happened in their life. They're going to tell you about it. But now this guy, who already was going to be dealing with a pretty significant amount of shame, I would imagine, for the crimes he's committed, the fact that everybody knows about him now. Well, in the old days, a certain number of people would have known about that. Now that number is infinitely bigger.
Yeah.
And she's like posting about it.
And one day later, he did.
I might have got that wrong.
Murder-suicide? Well, it was still within the last week or two.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was like a week, 10 days later. She posted on July 11th. They say that it happened.
That's amazing.
Like, probably July. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not saying blame the victim, but I do think in general people should probably be very careful about posting family stuff.
And that,
outside of family,
and that
situation.
word is so. I mean, as it should be.
Right. Pretty loaded.
Quite.
But
and the fact that everyone has your little thumbs and you can write anything you want. I mean, obviously, if it's your girlfriend, it's a different story, but anyone could write that sentence about you, and then it's that scarlet letter is done.
Yeah.
But then to match the current trend, like everyone's doing that.
Right, the Netflix
documentary. Sit down. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, no, seriously, that I had yet to put that together because I saw DeAndre Hopkins like sitting down in a video, and he's like sitting down for a Netflix documentary about a pastor turned football GM. Remember that whole deal? Jack
Texans.
Easterby was the Texans. He was like the Patriots chaplain. But anyways, I was like, oh, is there a documentary about this coming out? And everyone, my friends were all like, no, you're old. This is a thing. So now you realize this woman was using just a meme framing.
Yeah.
She wanted hearts.
Hey, Netflix, and attached them.
Oh.
She wanted hearts.
But now hers is not beating, folks.
The Dumb Zone News. Like and subscribe.
That was a good news.
Got your Lucy handy over there?
I do. And I'm going to say this is a hard break from what we were talking about before. Although breakers, I've got mine on me right here. I've got my my 8 milligram Lucy breaker. I was informed by a listener recently that they now have 12 milligram breakers. They've had the 12 milligram pouches for a while, but the little breaker's a little flavor seed right in your effing face. This is my preferred nicotine pouch. They're just infinitely smoother, more flavorful, a little more hydration than your standard pouches. Lucy.co/dumbzone. That'll get you $20 off your first order with promo code dumbzone. I set mine to subscription, so they send me a little log of Lucille balls every month. And you can do the same at lucy.co/dumbzone. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, I have one birthday to read. And before we do that, we have another email from Karen, who says, I swear not one of those Karens. You can ask my friends.
You hear about our new segment, Karen or Spare 'em?
I heard, yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Plays well in your world.
Hi, Daniel, Jake, and Blake. Longtime listener, followed you from the ticket. I was at the last Cane Rosso event and got to meet Dan. I'm sure he doesn't remember me, but that's probably for the best.
We'll be there. Zoli's in Fort Worth this Thursday.
See if he does.
I'm having brain surgery on Wednesday.
Never mind.
You never know.
And I've decided the only medically unproven treatment I'm missing is a Dumb Zone shout out on Monday or Tuesday's show. I'm hoping a little DZ mojo might help calm the nerves before they start poking around in my head. Your show has gotten me through plenty of rough days. Thank you guys for what you do to your bodies. Karen.
Hell yeah.
Well, that is awesome. Not the brain surgery part, but the fact that you're thinking of us at all. I don't know. I've seen some movies before, specifically one with John Travolta. I think you can wake up knowing Chinese.
You probably will. Fluent.
Or Mary Steenburgen, who got struck by lightning and then she knew music.
Yeah, she just had music in her soul. They could touch a part, right?
Yeah.
And just unleash it. Dude, what would that sound like?
No.
Oh, man. Well, I hope that everything goes well.
Yeah, send us an update. If it goes
Hopefully.
well. Dumb Zone friends, happy birthday to my husband, Matt Rayford. This was for Saturday, July 25th.
Rayford.
I was relieved to find out all the 69 related charges on our credit card were just your podcast and not something ending in .xxx. A shout out from you would be Christmas in July for him, especially since your faces already hang on our tree in December. Please make his birthday dumb and beautiful. Apologies for the Gmail. Amy.
Happy B-Day.
You did an ornament?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it has jism on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we had some early design
DFW
struggles.
presents
Everything we made kept
On
looking like
This
it had
Day
cum on
in
it.
History.
This day in history is brought to you by Frankel and Frankel. If you get
the thing said Flooring Direct.
It's okay. If you get into an accident, Mike Sirois knows.
All you need is Trace.
214-817-333-3333. Good people's over there. Spread the word. You know, if you cause an accident, tell somebody. You're going to need somebody for this. This was my fault. Have them make me pay exactly what I owe at 214-817-333-3333.
Today is Monday, July 27th. There are 157 days left in the year. On this date in 1866, Cyrus W. Field finished laying out the first successful underwater telegraph cable between North America and Europe.
Okay.
1866.
I saw some pictures from this, and yeah, they're just taking it out of the water, and
That's
crazy.
kind of freaking amazing.
It is.
For sure.
Speaking of, I don't know exactly what to do with this information. I should probably just learn more about it, but it feels very Sirois. When we were on the trip that you were too cool for last week,
That's right.
we each got, there were 12 of us, we split into two groups and got a sailboat.
Okay.
Now, they didn't sail because it wasn't that windy. But you get like the guy who did it was a retired. He was basically, speaking of Mary Steenburgen, he was just they were the parents from Step Brothers. He was retired, but he was retired from the Navy.
All right.
Where he not only flew planes, but he was
Also
a
sat in chairs.
saturation diver.
Oh, cool.
Do you know what that is? Because I'd never even heard of it
I
before.
know there's a fleet of assorted divers they have. I don't know what that means. Is that
somehow
under boat or sub?
because they have stuff on the ocean floor that they need to like repair?
Mhm.
Ostensibly telegraph lines or other, military communication lines. Look it up. They basically take you in a chamber to the ocean floor. You live there. You'll live on the ocean floor for 20 to 28 days in like a pressurized chamber. I don't understand how you get out and in, but I've seen pictures of it and diagrams. But there are people living like in bases on the floor of the ocean.
That's insane.
It's fun. Yeah, and it's funny because his wife was a labor delivery nurse, and they were giving us a lot of attitude,
Really?
like telling us that we'd showed up in the wrong place, wrong time. They had written the wrong instructions, but I told TC, I was like, I don't really appreciate the attitude. Like, you're talking to a bunch of people who are fairly educated.
Yeah.
Like, we know the internet, we know where to. And somebody hit me back and was like, "You group of slapdicks really think that you have more going than a saturation diver and a labor delivery nurse.
So
the guy's basically an underwater mechanic.
There was not enough wind to go get cooking out there?
Not really.
So he was your captain?
Yeah.
Like he never left the boat?
No.
Okay.
But he went over what would happen if he did, and he's like, that does happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's, you got to get the motor on a little bit, which he hates.
But of course. But you got out there a little bit?
Oh, yeah. We were out there. Yeah. But, I mean, he was...
Did he put you to work? Because on a sailboat, we got jobs.
Not really. I mean, I think he was sensing the vibe that nobody there was super excited to really help out. Saturation diving.
Amazing.
In 1909, during the first official test of the U.S. Army's first airplane, Orville Wright flew for 1 hour and 12 minutes, flying approximately 40 miles.
That's not, I mean, for the time, it was 30 miles an hour.
So his ground speed was 40 miles an hour. Today's airplane's between 500 and 600 miles per hour. If you were to fly from Dallas to New York on Orville Wright's airplane, it would take 9.5 days.
Yeah, but
let's celebrate him.
Okay. Again,
the first in flight.
The schedule adjustment is probably needed.
I just saw a piece of that wing that I think Neil Armstrong brought to the moon. Just got auctioned off for
that's super important.
$1,000,000-something.
Yeah. Glad we could make it up there.
The Collectible Network brought you this fun fact.
In 1981, 6-year-old Adam Walsh was abducted from a department store in Hollywood, Florida, and was later murdered.
You don't think this was a big player?
Wow.
His father,
Just
John
punchline
Walsh,
after punchline,
became a well-known crime victims advocate.
What year was it?
1981.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was 5 years old.
Oh my God.
Born in Hollywood, Florida. This was big news. The Miami Herald was on this.
Do you think... Nah, he wouldn't say that. But like, could you get John Walsh to be like, it was a net positive that my son ended up in a culvert with his head off? You couldn't? Because there's a lot of people who have been saved because of that. He didn't have a choice in the matter.
I think he'd say he made the best of this
he's probably
terrifying
right.
situation.
But God, dude,
not
I get
a
just
net positive.
one aisle over back then, and it's like, do you remember Adam Walsh? Like, dude, maybe a little bit of Darwinism here, because that's what it was, right? Like a department store or something.
Yeah. Sports story from 1988. Baseball star Tommy John commits a record 3 errors on one play as the Yankees rout the Brewers 16-3.
So, hypothetically, if he would have kept going, 8 errors.
His first error, it was a comebacker to the mound. He misplayed it. His second error was he airmailed it over first base. The third error
was he covering home? It's got to be, right?
I feel like this is a little editorial here. Right fielder Dave Winfield retrieved the ball and fired a near-perfect throw home to catch the runner.
Okay.
Tommy John explicably cut off the throw himself and whipped a wild relay past the catcher and into the dugout, allowing another run to score.
He tried to do the Jeter trick.
There's a lot of editorial.
Incorrectly.
Let's see. 1996, terror struck the Atlanta Olympics as a pipe bomb exploded at Centennial Olympic Park, killing 1, injuring 111.
Tough break for old Ricky Jewell.
Well,
Richard Jewell,
RJ.
wrongly suspected.
And no one knows the actual bomber's name?
I believe he has
You
is it not Islamic? It's
Was
Muslim name. I believe it's like a Yusuf. Am I wrong? Oh shit, Eric Rudolph. I'm a dummy. See, that's how it works though, right?
Racist.
It's Jacob.
It's not just racist, it's culture.
And then finally, in 2007, 2 Phoenix news helicopters collided and crashed while covering a police chase on live television.
Damn.
Killing all 4 people on board.
No idea.
You're
Do we add
Mr.
it?
Helicopter crash video.
Then I've probably seen it, but didn't know.
I've never even heard of that.
Let's see. Damn.
I've got a countdown clock till LA News.
Do you think they? Do you think that they were like, well, it was sweeps?
Yeah, sweep.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I am.
Oh, send it
Get
to
around
Clayton
the
then.
firewall.
Birthdays: Jordan Spieth is 33.
It might be over.
Is he done?
It might be over?
There's I listen to some podcasts and people who just
they're dialed in.
Hold the torch for Jordan Spieth as high as possible, and they are basically saying, the party.
Why? Why?
Because he shot like 10 over at the British Open, and
why can't he fix himself?
That I have no idea.
Stephen McGee is 41.
Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen.
One of my favorite clips of all time.
Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen. Alex Rodriguez is 51. He's today's War Game winner with 117.4.
Saw him play in high school.
Interesting.
Miami Westminster. Pretty sure that's what it was. And much like me with the Rangers this year, that's about how many high school baseball games I caught, even with my friends playing. But it was such big news that he was coming to play against us at Riverview at my high school. Like, it was well attended. And this effing
he delivered
17, 16, whatever he was, like Adonis man. Like, he was beautiful and gigantic. I think he's the same size as he is now. And he was playing shortstop. And I don't even remember him hitting. I just remember him fielding and just looking like...
You can tell.
Crazy.
Oh, no, everyone could tell. He was like 1-1 written all over him, but we went out to see him, and it was just perfect.
That's awesome.
That good, that young.
That's incredible.
Yeah, pretty cool.
He's a former Ranger. Another former Ranger, Max Scherzer, is 42.
People forget. We tried.
Yeah, all you can do is try. Tom Goodwin is 58. And another former Ranger, Bump Willis, is 74. Ryan Tannehill is 38.
Hell yes.
That was a horrible contract.
That
Former
says
Dolphin.
Tannehill.
Great.
And from a two paths. That was the same recruiting class my brother was in, and he was trying very hard to get offered by TCU. TCU held an offer for one Ryan, as my dad again says, Tannehill. And then he ended up going to Tech, to A&M. Interesting.
Was he a receiver?
He started as...
No, he was a quarterback.
No, he played some receiver.
Yeah, but he was a quarterback in high school.
He was recruited as a...
Yeah, but then he went and played.
Just to get on the field?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach O is 65.
Back in the mix,
Which
right?
I was reminded, under Lane.
Yeah.
LSU's going to be fun. Triple H is 57.
Tired of playing the game.
It's the game. Happy birthday, Mr. Levesque.
Dolph Ziggler's 46.
Holy shit.
Well, zigzag?
He's awesome.
He's current.
Yeah, he's been around for 20 years, but
Okay.
he's just
Nick Nemeth?
He's a good hand.
The tax attorney?
That's his real name.
Wrestler character booked out of Hollywood, Florida, too, where I was born, so I always gave him the extra pass there.
Okay.
I love some Dolph Ziggler.
Who
else?
Two funny women, get over it. Maya Rudolph is 54. Heidi Gardner is 43. She's on SNL.
I think I like her a lot.
Oh, she's kind of the weird hair, too, and goofball.
Yeah.
And Maya Rudolph's always danced on that either hot or not line. Was it? She was a Idiocracy, right? Oh no, is that?
Boy, is that right? I
don't know.
Is
I mean, Bridesmaids is the big
racist.
thing.
She's Quincy Jones' daughter.
I'm pretty sure Jake's mom listened to her. Bobby
You're right.
Gentry's 84. She did Ode to Billy Joe, Fancy, Son of a Preacher Man. It just feels like up her alley.
I see this. He made a woman out of me.
Rex Brown is 62. That's the bass player for Pantera.
Wow.
Richardson High School great Bill Engvall is 68.
Here's your sign.
I was thinking about this last night too. Like, how do people start using like robots in comedy? Because my daughter was kind of talking to me about ventriloquists, right? He's like, well, what are they? It's like a puppet. I'm like, yeah. Because again, this all comes back to listening to Elon talk.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you have a humanoid robot in your home. And it's like,
no.
okay, was it like like what does it do?
No.
Somebody inevitably will take one on stage in some way, right? Gallagher wise or fucking Carrot Top. Somebody will have like a robot they do bits with.
I always say the cutoff for AI for me is when a AI comedy routine comes out that fucking I can't stop laughing at. You know what I mean? Like, is that possible? Even if they read an audience, if it's a robot or an AI, whatever, and they can tell DNA what everyone's into and like cater something instantly, perfectly for I don't know. If they do that shit, like if AI cracks me up genuinely, that's the scariest shit I can think of.
Yeah, because right now it's not funny.
It's got a ways to go, man.
I agree, but
just on that one thing, and that's the one.
If we're gonna not have to shit anymore, I was told by 2030.
Don't you think that's a way, if they were to put their time into something, that or like, can it deliver a punchline? No, I don't want to poop. I don't want to see it. I can tell you that. Just make it, get rid of it.
Dude, you don't think we had this? We actually saved this conversation on Cirque for a longer talk, but robot in-home wife. I'm telling you, like males.
Does Henry ever see a human wife?
At this rate, no.
I imagine a perfect 10 that can change.
Right.
The next day to anything.
You can spin the globe.
It does everything around the house. You can spin the globe. Does everything around the house.
You know what? I want you to have a fat ass tonight. Go ahead.
I mean, just
that's how Elon's
one
talking,
click,
bro.
And that's
y'all still telling me I got to poop in a box.
No.
Dude, that is, I feel like, inevitable.
I agree with you.
No,
I'm not gonna, is always a top priority for.
Well, I don't think it's inevitable that everyone will do it, but I think it's inevitable that there will be a market for it, and it will be very much a thing.
I watched iRobot a couple weeks ago.
Amazing.
They got me rejuvenated. Not in my house. Then finally, Jake, this birthday is for you. Fred Mascherino is 51. Go ahead. Couple minutes on Fred.
I feel like I know this name, but I can't help you.
He's in Taking Back Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't have the command of all the names of all the band members of like the era, like Danny does or whoever.
Right.
Cat probably, like metal bands. I just don't. I mean, I fucking whiffed on Pantera. Like I could have given you Dimebag and Vinny. And I guess that's it. That's disappointing to me.
You got a lot of vaults in that brain of yours. It's okay if there's.
It's fine.
And the bands from our era, they changed lineups so much.
Yeah.
Because of drugs.
Look, all I need to know is if the guy's been an accused pedophile.
Yeah.
Which, Taking Back Sunday's rival band is brand new.
Right. Born on this day, now dead. Gary Gygax, the inventor of Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks.
Thanks, Gary.
Shit, man, I got popped in Hawaii for my kid will just throw stuff on the scanner. I wasn't there. My wife was at Target, and we got home, and it was a $75 pack of Dungeons and Dragons cards. Yeah.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Return it.
Well, we tried. We went back to that same Target on the way out, and as we were walking by, I wasn't there the first time. We're walking toward the register. My son was like, "That's where I took them from." And I'm like, "I see that now. There should not be $75 items right next to the register. There should be nerd ropes and things of this nature."
Right at the 3
and we
foot
tried
mark.
It,
right
and they were
in front
like,
of their
"Oh,
eye.
it's a no." They were like, "That was a final sale item, so we can't take it back." Actually,
Okay, so.
Auto
101. We cracked that thing open.
I have a Ninja Turtle themed Dungeons and Dragon.
Send those over this
$75
way.
pack of cards. Yeah.
Gladly.
Put it on eBay. Like
That's
from Hawaii.
Is it still sealed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be like the Asian edition.
Yeah,
in
dude.
Hawaii.
You can dress it up.
At least bring it in and we'll crack it.
It's just
Do
like
some
what-
rips,
Yeah,
brother.
don't you feel like that's ridiculous though? Like I don't know what. Maybe put $500 gift cards up here and see
Yeah.
if kids can toss that on there too.
It's predatory.
It is.
I agree.
I wish you had just a little bit of get angry still in you.
Well, you've not fully caught up in off-air stories.
Okay.
There have been some times.
What was your total bill? Because for $75 to sneak under the radar,
It was the full
we're talking 500
week of groceries.
Okay.
In Kauai with my mom there, and like it was
So 500
probably.
Yeah.
All your yogurts, whatever. I'm gonna stop you in the middle of this and do a spot, just because I'm like that.
All right.
This is for Flooring Direct DFW. We're getting the den remodeled, so this will impact you. At some point, you'll be able to come in and see new floors in the den on a Friday, because Dan is dick deep in new floors, as they say at flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ. They bring the showroom to you, which I had never really considered until it became very real, and Dan's wife was the one in the situation. Probably like a lot of wives, has trouble making a decision. And that becomes a real problem when you have to go to different places to see things. But if they can just ship all this stuff to you directly, makes it much easier. That's what Dan did. That's what you can do. You can get an entire new flooring project in your home for $200 a month with their financing options at flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ, Blake.
I'm told intern Henry has a birthday.
All right.
Hey.
So
y'all are gonna like this one.
Dan's not here, so
this will definitely pay off.
I gotta take my shot when I have it. Tammy Slayton from 1,000 Pound Sisters is 40. It says before fame, she could not walk without the help of a walker.
Whoa! Did you watch this show?
My mom had it on from time to time. I like to tune in. Yeah.
Well, she currently is not big.
I know.
How not big?
Not big.
Didn't she drop like she had to have dropped like 400.
No, it's way more than that. I'm trying to.
I think she was at like 750 at some point.
Okay, well.
Are you looking at that picture in the black kind of that look?
Yeah.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, God love you.
Anyways,
happy birthday.
Somebody told me
you want your AI wife to look like that tonight?
No.
Speaking of though, somebody put me on to also on TLC but accessible on HBO Max. There's a show out right now called Little Singles.
Really?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I like that.
I watched about
That's a great name.
15-20 minutes of the first episode, and it's a reality show
Wonderful.
about getting wild and dating as a dwarf.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Henry, I think you've earned another day.
Yes. Attaboy, Henry.
Dead on this day, still dead. Let's go in reverse order here. Tony Dow, Wally from Leave It to Beaver. Hideki Arabu. Dead on this
Fat
day, still
Toad.
2011.
He hung himself.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
At the age of 42.
Oh no, a Japanese guy
Mhm.
lost himself. It's kind of in the cards, right?
I guess.
What do you mean you get?
there a lot?
Don't leave
Is
me
that
out
a-
here hanging.
Well, I just didn't
It's an
realize-
honorable society. He was also an alcoholic.
You're saying
Big
sword?
time.
That's if you want to use stereotypes.
Bob Hope died at the age of 100. Reggie Lewis, dead on this day in 1993.
Who's that?
He collapsed in a NBA playoff game and then died a couple months later whenever they got back to practicing.
Oh, wow.
Frank Zamboni. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And then...
You guys want to talk about COVID, though?
Yeah, just put rockets on him.
Dan Patrick. Not the sports one. The radio host. But the radio host who became a politician, Dan Patrick. During COVID, we were trying to get people back into the stands, right? Fans in the arenas. And his suggestion for hockey games was that we could really shorten the amount of time people are there if they made the Zambonis faster. And we could make the intermissions shorter. Because that's really the only reason the intermissions are that long is these things they're slow.
Yeah.
Like
The hockey players are just off
they're waiting,
the ice,
waiting,
suited up.
It's so stupid if you think about it.
Come on.
And then finally, Garrett Morgan, the inventor of the gas mask.
Ah, Laramie Tunsil.
And he wasn't done. Also, the traffic signal.
Oh man.
So,
damn.
Wide berth there.
Legend.
And that was Today in History.
You ever been like just waiting on a frozen pizza at 1 a.m. effed up and you're like, I'm gonna call Invent Help. Hey, little guy with the little wheel, right? And the hammer.
Oh yeah, the Invent Help.
Yeah, it's like helping inventors. It's like a guy, little caveman.
That's right.
Do they still show those commercials?
I've seen one in the last year, bro.
Really?
Yes, and thinking like, who is still using this for their patent?
Call him for your idea.
Yeah.
No more dumps.
They've got to. Thank you. I feel like someone's probably already on it though. All right. Well, we'll find out who will be there here tomorrow, sometime around tomorrow. But until then, we'll see you.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
See you guys for drinks later.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.